something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
Warning. This is a global blackout. Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Surround successfully recovered. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for...
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me, the HNIC.
And welcome all you cool cats and kittens to the revolution. Tonight, my brothers, my sisters, and my others, we will be discussing the most villainous cold cats on this side of the track. I got a hard-hitting panel of some objective nerds, melanin dripping, and Jay. And we back at it again. It's another motherfucking Wednesday night. We got some new cousins in the building. We got some old family that pulled up on us. And we got a newly refreshed Teffy Wonder fresh out of the LDN camp who saw firsthand the struggle. Right, my sister?
Wow.
Listen, we have our brothers and sisters of the revolution on trial today. I'm sure there aren't any oppressive sympathizers on the panel, but just in case, I'm here to make sure that our brothers and sisters get a fair trial.
That's not what's going to happen.
By a jury of their peers. Now, I know some of you came to see the spectacle, but trust and believe me, the man don't run shit over here. Unless Facebook shuts us down. Outside of that, and we kind of fuck. But welcome to Head Nerds in Charge, y'all. Once again, it's your boy King Kurt live, and we are back at it again on another motherfucking Wednesday night. Yes, we are well aware that we are late, but you should be absolutely used to that by now. We have foregone all hot topics as of right now because the world's a pretty shitty place. If you wanted the real news, I mean, Israel getting bombed. Cole is apologizing for diss raps. Apparently, Drake is the Thanos of diss tracks now because he ethered somebody.
White boy.
Yeah. They're discussing what's my boy name? Tyler the Creator's sexuality, which I still am amazed is even fucking relevant in 2024. Just keep dropping fire albums, and I don't give a fuck what you suck in the privacy of your own home. But we are here for real hard-hitting discussions. The shit that really matters in life.
Those filthy aliens. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And we got a lot of people on both sides of the spectrum and some in the middle. But as Teffy Wonder says, to play devil's advocate, the devil don't need no advocating. So I'm expecting her to toe the line as one of the black women in the struggle.
We used to freedom.
I'm just saying. You see the shirt Chris got on.
That's a lot of pressure, though.
It's a lot. Look, you came here with the afro. God damn it. I ain't got no hair. So I need you to support us.
Pajamas, like I am also adorable.
Those are militant cookies, go, God damn it. Militant cookies, non-GMO, no real sugar, all raw, and not harvested by little black fingers. All right. This message is brought to you by the Black Coalition of Negroes for the head nerds in charge. Let's get to this amazing panel of dope black creatives and Jay. This is episode 285. They were right. Recently, by the way, free my nigga Bo. He has absolutely wrote what I think is hands down the best visual piece of X-Men art that has ever been presented to the world. Period. Period. And his writing is indicative of his experience, and that experience, obviously, as a marginalized black person, on top of being a part of the LGBTQ plus spectrum, has given us such a nuanced, deep, and rich storytelling in just 5 fucking episodes. And he had the ability to make an already complex character like Magneto even richer, and I love him even more. We're going to discuss Magneto.
Episode 6 dropped today, by the way.
Yes, and no spoilers for 6 yet. We promised to adhere to the 48-hour rule before we even discuss it at all, and 72 hours before we fully break it down. But on Friday, we will probably do another full breakdown of episode 6. We're discussing villains that we think are right. I wanted to give a shout out to Bo real quick. But we have a Mount Rushmore of the 4. We have some honorable mentions that were brought up in the chat. A lot of people have already had a lot of discourse over this Mount Rushmore. Some of you hate some, and some of you hate others. But we're going to have a dialogue before we put these people on trial. But first, let's introduce our wonderful panel. Obviously, because of affirmative action and the civil rights movement, we can make Jay go first. Finally, we are the oppressors. Obviously, Jay took a nice little sabbatical away to tend to that wonderfully melanated woman that he loves so much. And as a black man, brother, taking care of a black queen, I'm never going to fault you for it. But if your white ass take 4 more vacation hours, I swear to God, listen, we don't call out for work that much. See, this is what happens when you get a black woman. Calling out for work.
As I see on record, he good. He's still in the green.
Ever since he started dating that black girl, now he calling out from work. What the fuck?
He filed the paperwork on time. Like, what can I tell you?
And you did it. You did it the right way. Fuck you, Jay. All right.
Your signature's on this.
You know what, Shaq? You are a tool of the man. God damn it.
I'm a tool of your paperwork. You put together.
You already ignorant. Put your glasses back on. They're not supposed to see all that. Jay, could you please introduce yourself?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jay Kirby, host of the Curbside Podcast, and a proud member of Dice Hard with a Vengeance. Oh my God, I missed you all so much. As Kurt explained, my lovely girlfriend gets scheduled to work late only on Wednesdays. And so I have to go pick her up from work while the show is going on, which is why I haven't been here recently. So to the person that scheduled those days, Kurt, hit it.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Thank you, Kurt.
You're more than welcome, Jeff.
But Curbside Podcast just dropped 2 huge interviews, and we've got more coming. One with IO Light Studios, a voice acting studio here in Dallas, Fort Worth area. Please go check out that interview. They were wonderful, talking about how they are trying to help people attain their dreams of becoming voice actors. And the biggest interview probably possible drops this Friday with Stephanie Nadolny, who voiced Kid Gohan and Teen Gohan.
Ooh, it sounds like you're doing big things in these streets, and I love it. For the first time, popping his cherry with the HNIC.
Woo!
When we were in the comments, he said, "Oh, I want in on this discussion." I had to slide in the DMs and be like, "Look, no Diddy, but pull up." So I'm super excited to have this good brother. We were able to sit down at BlurCon last year and do a dope ass interview. If y'all haven't gotten that opportunity to check it out, y'all make sure to go like and subscribe on his channel. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Chris, please take it away.
First off, appreciate y'all for having me. Chris Carthern, Shots by Shinobi, Cosplays by Shinobi, producer of an animated series coming up called Captain Zero. You can see that design right there.
That's what I'm talking
You know, melanated black superhero with a focus on mental health as well. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. And Team Killmonger all the way.
See, I knew there was a reason why I liked you. As always. And of course, holding it down for the DMV. There's some key people in this discussion that she has come to absolutely defend, because there is nothing more geeky, freaky, or villainous than our own phoenix that rises from the ashes. No, I'm not talking about Jean Grey, but I'm talking about LJ. Oh, that bars, bitch. That rhyme. That was bars. Good. That was.
I'm not a rapper.
Good ass. Good ass, though. But go ahead, LJ. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I am your part-time geek, part-time freak, full-time villain, and we are talking about my family today. And I support all of them. Yeah. See? They were fucking right. Fuck y'all hoes.
Gang gang. Come on now. This might not be much of a debate. We all seem to be on the same side. I hope Jamal pulls up just so we have something to kind of tear into. Holding it down for the tacos and weaves and our anime discussion. Hopefully he remains sober enough to make articulated arguments either for or against. It better not be for anything against anything villainous. The man
I remember when they built the wall.
Them goddamn Paradisians.
Them damn Paradisians trying to take your germs.
Listen, we're trying to make LD great again. Holding it down, my man 50 grand. Sheezy, talk to him.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sir Shackley, your favorite alcoholic hosher, because I don't go to 80 minutes and I'm not quitting this bottle. AKA Sage of 100 Sake Shots, AKA Bucket Hat Shack, AKA the Jujutsu Kaisen alumni, Cursed Sake Spirit Drinker, AKA Mr. What It Do from the South Blue, AKA Dual Academy alumni, Raw Yellow Dorm, AKA Lexington Shack, AKA Shack Steel, y'all know why, Lexington Steel from the Grand Line, AKA the Samurai from the South Side, AKA Brother Shabazz of Alabasta, AKA the Trading Card Dealer, AKA Hero Alumni, Hero School Alumni, Public School, aka the Full Metal Negro Miss, aka Shacko Wacko, because I hit that dot, nigga.
Wow.
Wow.
That was I was feeling it.
Hold
Shacko
up.
Wacko, because I hits that dot.
Hold
You
up.
want to outbar me though? Fuck you on my own track. On my own track.
You never make me a feature, nigga.
Drake?
I gotta drop another hot bar. Shit. Dick Nat, Patty Whack, that shit was definitely crack. All right, Foxy Rocks is absolutely the voice that'll make you moist. When I say this is the aficionado of the HNIC, she does everything from cosplay to modeling to just being an overall regal, magnanimous black woman. I know. I looked at the thesaurus and I said, I'm gonna
I
use
knew
that.
that word a day calendar
Oh,
would come in
very
handy.
Hey,
thesaurus-y.
you know, I appreciate it. You said, "Kurt, stop all that goddamn ebonics." No, I'm just joking. Foxy Rocks, please introduce yourself.
All right, everybody, how you doing? This is Foxy Roxy, aka the voice known to make you moist, and I'm here with all of you. Hey.
She was like, I'm around you niggas again. God damn it. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It is my doppelganger. And she is the pure inspiration for today's episode because she finally did it. Did a thing. And we watched her journey, much like a lot of people watch Kev on Stage journey. I wanted to tell her, like, you'll be sorry.
Prepare for
But
this.
I actually really enjoyed it. I see why it's one of the few shows where I was like, I might run this back.
ooh,
Mm,
I don't know if I could watch
run back.
all the way through again.
Yeah. No, because like it lends the way that it ends lends itself to some rewatchability. I'm trying not to spoil it for Jay because he has not finished it. But.
Oh no, there's going to be all kinds of spoilers. Jay, we'll try to protect you as best we can, but
I
some
appreciate you all.
yeah, some shit we gotta talk about. But
It's understandable. It's understandable. I knew that spoilers were intact on the way in, because
how have you avoided them so far is beyond
like the fucking Matrix, my guy.
No, honestly, that was the hard part. Was like, oh, I really like. I've actually patted myself on the back. I said, "Look at you, bitch! We avoided all the major plot points. Like, yes, look at us."
when everybody was talking about how ain't shit Aaron was, I was like, what did he do?
What y'all talk about?
Yeah, I had to catch up.
about?
Go ahead, Tiff, you want to do your thing.
Oh, shout out to everybody who's watching me lose my fucking mind on Facebook.
Listen, them posts be
Last
hilarious
one.
as hell.
Yo, I like binged. What was it? It's like 90 something episodes in a week. So highly
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo.
Damn, Tiff, I didn't even think you binge 90 episodes in a week.
It's like 90 plus. It's something like 93, 92 episodes in actually it would have been less than a week, but I dance rehearsal for my pool.
Look who it is, Teffy. Look who popped up in the comments.
Bring your ass, Jamal.
Bring your ass on camera. Don't talk from the shadows.
Anyway, what's up, guys? It is at Teffy Wonder here, your wonderful melanated mocha-fied merge on. Happy Wednesday! Come see my flashy nipples at the spring showcase at my pole studio on April 27th. I'm doing the 9 p.m. X-rated show.
You had us at nipples.
It's gonna be a good time. And not just my nipples. Come see a variety of nipples. There's gonna be other people there.
Big nipples, small nipples.
I'm
You
a
had
nipple connoisseur.
My ADHD ass is shiny.
All form of nipple, I was like sold.
Yeah. I'm a connoisseur of nipples.
Yeah.
Facts. And no, honestly, like thank you to everybody on TikTok who commented. A couple of y'all were like, you need to keep watching. And I was like, don't do that. I'm going to watch it anyway. But now I'm going to be up till 2 o'clock in the fucking morning watching it.
And
I'm like, I need answers.
Like, what was in that basement, girl? Damn.
Oh, that whole yeah, that basement.
Bro, I was like, I would be falling asleep on my sofa. Like, all right, fine. I'm just going to go to bed. Then get in the bed and put on Hulu on my phone and be like, all right, I'm just gonna watch this one last time. I'm gonna run it back and I'm just gonna watch one episode. And then 3 episodes later, I was like, bitch, you have gotta go to bed. I have to put my son on the bus in the mornings. Miserable because mama was tired. I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, I got this new fan theory that I came up with in my fuck ass sleep. Like I was snapping.
First time I binged it, I was just, especially when it was around that time where they were like, we got to go back and find out what's in the basement.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, finally. I remember being at work feeling like my eyeballs were going to fall out of my head because they were so dry from me just.
I've had work trainings where like the only thing that was holding my attention was Attack on Titan. So they'd be like, "Oh, you have to click here," and I'd be like, "What? Huh? Yeah, you're right. I'm right here. I'm opening Salesforce. You got it."
Huh? What happened with maneuver gear? Huh?
Right. I literally was like, I wonder if I could get ODM over this fupa. Like, what would that look like?
So Kiwi, we're talking just for anybody that's pulling up right now. Tonight's discussion is about villains that have been characters that have been deemed villains that we feel are right. Right now, we're currently talking about Attack on Titan. Teffy just finished it and discussing Eren Yeager, but we'll be discussing Syndrome, Magneto,
I literally
Killmonger.
woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I need that scout cape.
Yep.
I was like,
sorry.
I need the scout cape. Nigga, fuck you! Oh my god! No,
I'm just saying.
Michael has the hoodie, and I was like, "Bitch, you finna get robbed!" Like,
It's crazy.
I this is my first time ever wearing it. It hangs on my wall, and I was like, today.
Tonight.
shout out to Doki Doki Threads. They're a plus size black owned anime clothing brand. They coincidentally they're launching an Attack on Titan workout set that I will be getting.
You about to be on?
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so I will.
I just don't need you to be Titan running.
Listen,
Well, listen.
yes, right now.
Well,
I was like, I want to cosplay everything. I want to be the Titan. I want to be the Scouts. I want to be everything.
You are definitely the female Titan. Pain in my ass.
Literally was like, I want it.
Not the abnormal one though.
Yeah.
No.
We gonna get that. Look, we about to start talking about it now. Teffy, finish the introduction so we can get this shit started.
Oh shit, my bad. Make sure y'all go to our website, headnerdsincharge.com. Sign up for our email list. It's getting warm, y'all. We finna be outside. We actually have our first outdoor event tickets on sale right now for the Cinco de Negro party. At Cardi's house. Cardi, co-host of Unicorn Straight No Chaser, is having a Cinco de Mayo bash. So go to our website, check it out. All the details are there. While you on our website, pick up some of our merch. We don't have Attack on Titan gear, but it's something that I'm thinking we might do. But pick up some of our t-shirts, hats, hoodies, bras, draws, bags, stickers, blankets, socks. You want it, we got it. Head Nerds in Charge gear makes great gifts. It's going to be Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation. Pick up your loved ones some nerdy merch. We'll sign up for our Patreon as well. If you don't want to see my nipples in person, they're definitely on the Patreon. So patreon.com/Head Nerds in Charge.
Titties.
Oh shit. Damn. Let me tell you something. Once again, it's on. So, as always, we will typically get right into hot topics, but we will not be doing any hot topics tonight. I do have a word from one of our sponsors, though. Bring home Bob Marley, One Love on digital now. Celebrate the life and music of an icon who inspired generations through his message of love, peace, and unity. By Bob Marley. One Love on digital today and get over 50 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage and deleted scenes. Available at participating retailers. Rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures.
Buy
All
them
right.
shit.
Now that little piece of business is out the way, shout out to Paramount Studios for always supporting the Head Nerds in Charge, sponsoring us with all your dope content. Definitely go check out that. If you want to talk about revolutionary people, Bob Marley is an icon in revolutionary circles for love. But love don't live here no more today. Today ain't about no goddamn love. I'm gonna tell you that right now. These people are on the early Malcolm X spectrum. I'm gonna tell you right now, trigger warning. We are going to be talking about heinous acts of mass genocide in a lot of cases, and spoilers. So Real quick, I think I'm getting feedback from somebody's mic. If everybody just make sure to check their mic and have headphones in, because 9 times out of 10, it is Steffi Wonder. I don't want to call her out. I know. Fuck you too. I know. Let me watch this while I mute you. Yep. There we go. Now I sound perfect. I knew it. Anyway, looks like now she go. Don't roll your eyes at me.
So what's up?
Here we go.
I turned my fan off. Did that help?
That's because now you're gonna be hot. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my romper don't have no legs in it, so I got my booty.
You ain't got no drawers on, do you?
I never have any
Where's
drawers.
That's why I love
Shout out
you.
to Wagon Wednesdays.
If you got headphones that you can stick into it, great. But if not, let's have first the open discussion about, in your opinion, what makes a villain and what makes a hero a hero. I need everybody's ideology of what a hero is and what a villain is before we even delve into this subject. And I'm gonna go to the ladies first. LJ, you are literally our Disney villain aficionado. You should know the difference of good and bad.
I think the lines blur.
Talk to me.
Because see, the thing is like the only reason why people think that superheroes or heroes are because they think that they're doing good in their eyes. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, you could be robbing a bank to feed your family and be considered a villain because you robbed a bank. It's a thing. So I mean, my only kind of thing where I'm like the villains may take it too far is if there's a little collateral damage. That's all I'm saying.
A little. I'm taking the key words. A little. You're okay with collateral damage, just not a lot.
There's portions. You gotta,
legs,
sometimes.
limbs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Foxy Rocks, how about you? What in your mind, what makes the difference between a hero and a villain?
I think the difference between a hero and a villain would probably be the circumstances that put them both in that position. So, for instance, like LJ brought out, you can be considered the villain, but you're trying to save your family. You're trying to do something for peace, but you're kind of making it happen. It's trying to make it, kind of force something to happen, and because you tried the right way and it wasn't working, and now you had to try a different alternative way. The hero, on the other hand, doesn't try to understand anything from the villain point of view. They just want to stop them in their tracks. And basically, if you're a hero, everybody knows it, and you're kind of like getting this type of praise, I think. So the villain has a purpose. He's trying to make sure that things align the way they're supposed to, any way necessary, and the hero don't care. He's trying to be like, no, I'm stopping all that, and look at me, I won.
Okay.
Blam.
Steffi Wonder, how about you? You ready? That's all right. We can come back.
No, I don't want to hear shit about your feedback.
Well, I know you're a villain. God damn it.
Chaotic neutral at best.
This is on the chaotic. What makes a hero and a villain to you?
So a villain. So one thing I think that all villains have in common is that they are willing to disrupt the status quo. But even if the cause is normal, they are willing to hurt people to do it. Okay. And heroes are looking to protect the status quo, even if it's not right. Like they don't want people to suffer or change. Like they'd rather like affect change in small ways to try and like make an overall difference. And they're willing to protect the status quo, even if it's not great, because they don't want other people, because they don't think that the disruption is right or the right way to go about it.
Okay. All right, I'm with that. Jay?
I'm gonna use a quote that I've seen before. I could go on for much longer, but this is the quote. A hero will sacrifice those he loves to save the world. A villain will burn the world to save those he loves.
Damn right we will.
I like that.
I like that. Chris, talk to me.
I think that the lines are blurred also because like heroes are supposed to be selfless, right? But also I think you got some villains that are selfless. Like you said, they're saving the ones that they love versus saving the world. I think that you got villains that are idealized, but I guess heroes are as well. I think there are just a lot of different things on both sides that war hero, but how to become a war hero? You're killing people, you're fighting people, saving people, whatever. But I think that happens on both sides.
Agreed. Shaq, talk to me.
I also agree with there being a gray line of heroes and villains because everyone's going to have to be a hero in someone's story and everyone's going to be a villain in someone else's story. And I also think it boils down to a hero who's trying to help create change versus a villain who's forcing their change.
Okay. That's a very, very interesting perspectives. Mine's I'm gonna answer this question by giving you two sides of what the perceived spectrum is. I'm going to take the most selfless hero in comic books, or at least the self-perceived most selfless hero in comic books, and the most villainous villain in comic books. I'm going to give you two quotes. The quote from the most villainous villain is, "You decide what's right or wrong the same way you decide what's funny or not." I believe that what doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And I used to think my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it was a comedy. The Joker.
Yep.
Now, most people widely regard the Joker as the number one villain of all time, not knowing that the Joker actually is, he is aware that he is in a comic book. And he does the things that he does because he knows it does not matter. So he's actually the most self-aware comic book character, much like Harley Quinn breaks the fourth wall, or She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, or Deadpool, like how Deadpool's self-aware. That's why he's not actually insane. He's just,
there's an excellent comic run where Deadpool becomes self-aware and goes,
kills.
well, nothing matters. Might as well kill everyone.
Exactly. And that's what makes Deadpool is perceived as an anti-hero, Joker as a straight villain. Okay. Now let's go to the other side of the spectrum. And this is one of my all-time favorite quotes from this particular person. It doesn't matter what the press says, doesn't matter what the politicians or the mob says, doesn't matter if the whole country decides something wrong is something right. This nation was founded on one principle above all else, the requirement that we stand up for what we believe, no matter the odds or the consequences. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move. Steve Rogers. I say both those quotes because they're not that different. When you just listen to what if you listen to what they're saying you formulate your beliefs based off your perspectives. And once you formulate those beliefs, stick to them. So I don't believe there is a hero or a villain. I believe everybody's a hero or a villain based on the people you're imposing force and will to. Because a police officer is absolutely a hero to the person who's the victim and not the person victimizing. With that being said, let's begin our discussion in some of the most villainous people ever in comic book history.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time.
Now we have our Mount Rushmore of characters, but let's first talk about our honorable mentions before we do. First up, two of our favorite honorable mentions. Good old Ozzy from The Watchmen and Ursula from Disney, Little Mermaid. I want to start with Ursula because that's the most unique one. Because when Disney makes a villain, that motherfucker's pretty much hard set as a villain. Oh, excuse me. God damn. Chimichangas. All right.
I want to go to wings from Eldia.
Yeah. Them goddamn Paradisian wings. LJ, you're a Disney buff. Start me off. Why is Ursula a villain or not a villain?
Ursula was just minding her damn business. And it's not her fault that people come into and ask her for shit. And then they get sucked in and turned to the little seaweed things. I mean, she made him an offer. Like, I'm sorry.
He said, user said she was using Diddy contracts.
I mean, well, like, you better read the fine print. No, I mean, the thing with Ursula is that, you know, they kind of have what is it, like a thought to what her backstory is, but it hasn't actually been confirmed one way or another that she was like cast out by like the king and this, that, and the other, King Trident.
Right.
And that they're siblings. It's just a story that kind of makes sense. If you're going off of that story, then she was every right to be the villain. Because she kind of got screwed in that story, similar to the Maleficent one that they did. But no, I mean, really, like, y'all shouldn't go mess with a sea witch and expect it to come out right. I mean, and Ariel even knew, she's like, I'm gonna go. And Sebastian's like, no. And she's like, I'm doing it anyways. Like, that's
like
your fault.
Like an entitled Caucasian mermaid. I'm just saying, Ursula's purple. I'm not saying she black, but she is a person of color. But she's a person of color. It's just not a color we're used to. So to the panel, do y'all believe Ursula is a villain or a hero?
Definitely not a hero, but she's definitely not the worst Disney villain.
That's a who's the that's like okay, addendum. No. Who's the worst Disney villain?
Scar.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
No.
That motherfucker from the Hunchback of Notre Dame was he was a priest trying to get
definitely.
Oh, I call him Frodo. Frollo. Yeah, whatever.
Frollo's pretty fucking awful.
Go ahead, Chris. What do you think?
Pretty much forward.
Hellfire.
Jafar was.
Jafar just wanted money and pussy, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but it was young pussy. It was like underage pussy, and he was trying to force himself. He hypnotized her to get them cheeks.
Yeah, hey, Arabian Nights, bro.
You know what? You a next. Arabian Nights.
It's not like Arabian Day. Hey.
You know Yo.
So she like candy.
I heard Jafar. Wait, Jay, did you say Jafar or Scar?
I said Scar.
Okay, Scar was shitty, but also Scar.
He was willing to murder a child who had done nothing wrong.
Kids, man. Some of these kids need.
He was in his way.
Yeah,
to be king.
First of all, that little kid came popping shit. Talk about my daddy this and your daddy did. Daddy did.
Daddy whooped your bad ass.
Now what?
Got a song and everything.
And I got
he turned hyenas into the Third Reich.
Look.
that's dirty. That's dirty.
Go back and watch the clip. Tell me that more.
That's a great.
No, Frollo is the worst because he was actively persecuting a marginalized group
Yeah.
He was
Nah,
sexist and fundamentalist because he blamed his own hard pee on Esmeralda just being. On
Not
her
his
being
hard
pretty.
pee.
Listen,
Hellfire is
I'll
about
stop her when she's lying.
Right. He's like, oh
My
my
dick's
God,
fire.
this non-white devil woman
Oh
who
shit.
dares to shake her hips and show her fucking ankles got my
you
giblets a
stupid.
pussy, and it got to be the work of the devil.
The devil.
Gotta be the
I
work of
love
the devil.
I love the
And if
TikTok
she
audio
doesn't-
about
and
it.
if she
Wait.
doesn't accept the Lord and like agree to be my wife and take my like decrepit old man self-righteous pee, then I'm going to burn her to
Please
death.
stop saying pee.
No,
Don't say
because
pee no more.
he don't have dick, he got pee.
What was okay? Y'all rocking fur? What was it? Cruella DeVille? Y'all rocking the furs? What you know?
Cruella DeVille.
I mean, we kill animals every day, B. I'm
It was
just
a
saying.
fashion statement.
Cruella DeVille honestly was just Delulu because puppies in a coat is like so unrealistic. Like, girl, not all ideas need to leave the drawing board table.
Yeah.
That
I-
movie
And
was
Some thoughts need to
Dalmatians
stay
aren't even
intrusive.
fluffy.
Diary of a Mad French Woman. That's all it was.
I eat way too much chicken to hate on this. I'm just keeping it above.
I'm just
But
saying,
what
in a right apocalypse scenario, I too would be making a
Yeah.
Dalmatian coat. Is whatever.
I'm just my big thing is Esmeralda literally twerked at a party and that nigga was like hellfire. Tried to murk an entire people, nigga.
And she tried to save a disfigured, differently abled person
this
from
motherfucker-
being abused. And Claude Fuller was like, "What the fuck? No!" The same mentally like differently abled person who Claude Frollo's mother. Whose mother Claude Frollo fucking ran down and murdered while seeking sanctuary at a church, and then almost like tossed her baby in a fucking well to kill it. And if the priest didn't catch him and make him raise Quasimodo, then that would have been 2 murders that fucking day, on top of all the other ones that's alluded to in the movie. Claude Frollo is one of the worst pieces of shit in the Disney universe.
Okay, so
I mean,
where does
no,
Ursula,
she's right.
where does Ursula fall into that piece of shit?
Listen,
Ursula was chilling. She wasn't bothering nobody.
Yeah, she loud.
No.
Listen, I see a warlock patron.
Listen,
I
as
feel
somebody-
like-
Weird neighbor that you don't go to
Nah.
their house.
She got friends.
All right, wait, hold on.
Snakes.
I'm gonna go panel by panel and get opinions. Tef, start us off. Where does Ursula fall on that villainous scale?
she like so in the scale between she's like lower middle because one, she makes no excuses about her reputation. She said, I am who the fuck I am, and if y'all niggas can't read the fine print on 360 deals, that's your fucking business. However, she was watching Ariel and went into it with nefarious intent to usurp King Triton. That, like, to me makes it like villainous that she's not the worst. And if Ariel had decided to get legal representation or actually fucking read the contract before she signed it, all of this could have fucking been avoided. Just saying.
All right. I'm gonna go from top. I'm gonna go top bottom. Shaq, where do you think Ursula fall on this line?
I also agree. Like, she's not like a villain because like Ariel came into that shit like Sebastian said, like, Ariel, don't go over there to the neighborhood. She gonna fuck around with you. You gonna find out. And she found out. Like, you were warned before all the bullshit. Like, the crab told you. Like, she about to fuck shit.
Not the
She
crab
woke up.
told you. I hate you so much. Hey, bitch, the crab told you. What you expect?
Hey, like, the Sebastian's supposed to be his position is like the guy who gives
Royal Vizier.
Yeah, the Royal Vizier, the person who gives advice.
The
Bitch,
Royal
if you're not
Vizier.
following the nigga who gives advice,
Yeah.
you dumb. Like,
You're right.
his job is to tell you the best option for you right now is this. You went the opposite of that. That's like me telling a 5-year-old, don't touch it, it's hot, and he get his finger burned. What we learned.
Okay. All right. Roxy, how you feel?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, Ursula was just in her little broke down area, and Ariel sought to find her, and the Trab told her not to. So she got what she deserved. She was just minding her own business and being that little weird lady in the neighborhood that nobody wants to go over there and
Not
mess
the
with.
weird lady. No,
Yep.
not the weird lady. Okay. Chris, talk to me. Where you think she falls into on the spectrum?
Not a villain. Like Ursula just had beef, right? She had beef. She had her gripe.
Ursula
you know what I
had
mean?
beef.
She had beef. She can't front. You can't front on her because Ariel was bad at business. Ariel knew she was wrong. That's why she didn't have legal representation, because she knew she was wrong. I can't take this contract to nobody. She saw that white man and she was mesmerized. Okay. So,
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's how you get bad contracts.
Listen.
That's how you get bad contracts.
So basically, what you're saying is Ariel should have just told her no.
She should never showed the fuck up.
Yep.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
I'm just saying, Ariel, we talking to you.
Listen, it's like Ariel seeing Eric on Instagram, and then she flies out to where he at. Like, bitch, you ain't got money for the flight.
She was rich.
What's wrong with you?
Technically, she was rich. She
got swimmed out. She got swimmed out.
She got land out.
You know what? Jay, I need you to think. I already know what LJ gonna say, but Jay, is Ursula a villain? Not wait a minute. Soul said Ariel sold her voice for some dick. She should have read the fine print.
Yup.
Damn.
On everything. Right here. Look that. Straight facts.
All right, come on, Jay.
First off, Sebastian's a real one.
True.
Secondly, I'd have to agree with Teffy. Like, if it was Ariel just coming to a shady patron for a deal that backfired, that's on her. But Ursula had malicious intent. She tried to take King Triton's throne. She hypnotized Eric, who I'm pretty sure is not an adult yet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which was like the whole thing of the marriage. So, but I'd put her, neutral evil on the scale
She
of
wasn't
villain.
actually gonna marry him, but she definitely fucking moved the goalpost for Ariel. That's fucked up.
She's not chaotic evil just yet, but she's neutral evil.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to secure the bag, bitch. The fuck? Like,
LJ, do we even gotta ask you?
No, I mean, I think on the scale, she was a neutral evil. Yeah, like there's worse. And again, people should read the fine print. And she was minding her business, trying to get that, take that throne.
So,
opportunist.
As the final judge and jury, based on the panel's decision, I now will read our verdict. We, the panel of head nerds in charge, officially exonerate Ursula of all villainous perceptions. You get a lower misdemeanor charge. You could plead that down, and in appeals. But as far as the charge of being completely villainous and an all-around bad person, bad business does not make you a villain. Shady business practices absolutely could make you a villain, but she was totally aware of the stipulations of the contract. So for that reason alone, Judge Joe Brown says not guilty.
I'd say at least 6 months community service.
I was gonna say guilty, but community service.
I'd say 6 months.
No prison time.
I'm good with that. All right.
Maybe a fine.
Now, Ozzy a little different.
Oh.
Ozzy from Watchmen Ozzy did some shit, bro.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna read Ozzy's charges. Listen to
Please do.
Okay. Ozzy's defense was he wanted to prevent a World War III and unite the world in fear of an alien invasion. He also joined a hero team. These are some of the things he's done. He joined a hero team to protect Earth. He also is touted as the planet's smartest man. So that's what that's the positive. One thing, and they said one of the notable things that he did was he had Superman convince Dr. Manhattan to save both their world and Prime Earth. Here's his charges: mass murder, mass populicide, conspiracy, fraud, mass destruction, animal cruelty, terrorism, corruption, grave robbing, and incrimination. So yeah,
Look, he had blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm calling.
You know what? He got guilty. He said, "Blonde hair, blue eyes,
Blue eyes.
guilty." I ain't gonna front.
Mr. Curtis, I'm not gonna lie to you on this. This paperwork.
Hey, look a little. It's getting a little sus.
I can't sign off on this one, Chuck.
Listen, it's up and it's stuck. It's it's always it's not like small scale. This nigga tried to destroy the world.
I'm just upset about the animal cruelty.
Yes, and there it is.
Mean.
You don't fuck with the animals.
I mean,
he was doing good until he fucked with the animals.
So, just to give you a gist,
which animal specifically though?
Right? Was it a puppy? If it's a puppy,
His links.
No, it's multiple. It was his dog. It was the actual alien that he used. Like, see, we're not talking about Watchmen the movie. We're talking about the actual graphic novel.
I can't remember its
For
name.
those that are not familiar with the Watchmen graphic novel, or if you saw the HBO series, it spoke about it. You saw Ozzy in that. You also have the Watchmen movie, but they changed the ending to like an atomic bomb or something like that. But in the original graphic novel, written, of course, under the brand of DC, he was going to use an alien invasion to basically make the world, all the humans, stop fighting each other and focus on, hey, let's fight this alien. Well, here's the problem. He tried to initiate a mass extinction event. Like, he literally brought an extraterrestrial from another dimension into Earth to make us all fight together to bring about peace, which fucked a lot of shit up.
Yep.
So with that being said, he did basically cause like a world cataclysm because according to his calculations, we could defeat it. But what would have happened if we didn't? And that's all I'm gonna say on that. So I'm a kind of go panel by panel. I already kind of know how this is gonna go. Now he did it for a good reason. It's just he had some really fucked up methods.
I'm gonna wait.
Happy Wonder. Are you familiar with Ozzy? What he did?
Vaguely, because in the HBO thing, isn't the alien like fake or whatever?
Yeah.
And the HBO thing is fake, but in the comic book, it's like a real dimensional being or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, he creates it and drops it in New York City.
Yes.
And it shows up dead.
Right. But people are just like, wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He's like, oh God, look, an alien.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Oh my God.
No, wait. So show Ozymandias, like, because the alien fake, I'm kind of like with it, but like comic book Ozymandias, I'm like, nah, nigga.
No,
You brought
I am not talking about Jeremy Irons. I am not talking
no,
about.
I'm saying I was like HBO Ozymandias. I'm kind of like with it because the alien was fake, but like in the comic books, I'm like, you done brought interdimensional niggas into your bullshit. That's fucked up. Like, sir, you are a villain. And we could have got our ass kicked behind it.
Yeah, it was enough to piss off Dr. Manhattan to be like, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Right.
All right. Based on now, mind you, I know y'all gotta base it just on the information. Not everybody might not be familiar with the actual Watchmen storyline, but for a lot of people, they felt like the Earth did unite. I mean, it worked. It did work. I mean,
look, it's given a lot of government, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Big Brother.
It was an inside job to bring us together.
I mean, this is like the aftermath. Like, it was to stop the war. It did show up dead.
Yeah.
Is he villain? Now, he did turn against his team. He fooled his whole team. Is there anybody that feels like he's not a villain? Damn, y'all. Okay.
I'm trying to find it.
The gloves fit
hard.
I will
but
not
he literally
quit.
says he's not the hero.
Yeah.
In a panel. I just can't find the panel.
Damn. Okay. You was about to hit. You was gonna hit him with the hard evidence like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Hold on. This is the panel that I read that kind of sold it for me, as far as talking about Ozzy, and I'll bring it up right now.
These niggas outside my house will not chill.
Well, that's because you got the whole Meek Mill's Forerunner team. So I believe this is Lex Luthor speaking to him. And I'm just gonna hop to the bottom. He says you dissected you dissected a psychic's brain, enlisted the morally bankrupt minds of artists and writers from the likes of Hollywood and comic books, and created an alien invader that murdered 3 million people to unite the world. And Ozzy says yes. And you're surprised that humanity hasn't stayed united. If you're the smartest man on the planet, I hate to meet the dumbest. Damn.
That's a bar.
That's
bars,
a bar.
Lex. Bars.
That's a bar.
3 million people died because of his action.
Damn.
Yeah.
But humanity did unite. They just didn't stay united.
Yeah.
Did the ends justify the means?
No.
Ooh, yeah. Playing God does. That's very villainous behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was literally like an experiment. Like it wasn't even like a thing that, oh, this is gonna work to unite everybody. He's like, let's just see.
Let's see.
It's like a good thesis.
I'm gonna run the
but you do
numbers.
not have the material to support it.
Chauncey says his best. Adrian is an example of live long enough to be a hero, you become a villain. And no, it was not a good reason he set up his friend.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right.
Set up Dr. Manhattan.
Well, Ozzy, it is this viewpoint of the court due to the extermination of 3 million lives and the fact that your shit didn't work permanently like you had hoped. That nigga guilty. Guilty.
In his defense,
Guilty as hell.
In his defense, I always am going to wager that people suck. We are going to find something to fucking fight over eventually.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's why you don't kill 3 million people for an inevitability.
In times of power, greed shall appear.
That's like Teffy. That is the equivalent of saying, I murdered you because I knew I needed to feed my family, but also they would have still got hungry again later. Nigga, just learn to grow some food.
Some seeds.
like it's the most extreme form of fixing a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, we haven't even gotten to our Mount Rushmore. We are just doing honorable mentions right now. Our next round of honorable mentions. I'm gonna start off with Medusa. Medusa is a very unique character because she has always been painted in a villainous light with no light shed on a backstory or a understanding of how she actually became Medusa. But recently, well, not recently. Well,
That's not true. She have a whole backstory.
I wasn't finished, nigga. What I was going to say was that wasn't what was presented in the mainstream. Even when we saw like it, even when you watch the Odyssey or the what was it, the Golden Fleece? What is it?
Jason,
Jason
Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans.
Right.
Sorry.
That's what people take those mainstream cues, even when you see them in comics and you know, Medusa's the one with the snake hair. Once you see her, you turn to stone. 9 times out of 10, somebody's trying to take her fucking head off. But she has a very unique story as to how she ended up that way. Tef, are you? And of course, you see Tef, you're already ready to defend her. So, Tef, what is her backstory?
She was raped by Zeus for
not guilty. I'm sorry.
Business. Literally minding her fucking business. She gets raped by Zeus.
Teffy.
She goes Poseidon, my bad. She goes to I forget whose shrine it is, but she goes Athena's shrine. There you go. And she prays because she's upset, crying. She prays to Athena, and Athena turns her into like what she becomes for getting raped by her not boyfriend. There's context there. Like a lot of people, like some people try and paint it as like what Athena did was not a punishment. What she did was she gave a rape victim, which is what Medusa is, the power to defend herself so that no man could ever any man who dared lay an eye on her in lust would suffer her wrath forever.
Fuck that. You gave me snake dreadlocks. And now I can't get no dick that don't chase my cooter.
No. Historically, the Gorgons are black, and that the snakes aren't like, it's not real snakes, it's dreadlocks. That you gave her the power to fight back and seek vengeance on any man who would dare lay a hand on her without like good intentions. And when you read any of these fucking stories, all the niggas going into Medusa's lair don't have no fucking business being there except they trying to take something that don't fucking belong to them. So again, you have men preying upon women who was just minding her fucking business from the outset, trying to steal something that doesn't belong to them.
Not Triflife talking about some the snakes are fox cobras. You know what?
Wow, that's crazy.
So there you go. Niggas trying to take things that don't belong to them from a woman who is minding their fucking business and then being like, oh, she turned me into a stone. She must be a villain. No, bitch, the fuck was you doing in my house? That's like you stealing my TV. I stab you. And then you're like, wow, what a bitch. Why would you stab me for stealing that TV?
Hey, that Percy Jackson.
You mean
that's Percy Jackson is like the blackest name too, man.
That's Lil Percy. That's Lil Percy. So
Lil Percy from South Boulevard.
This is again one of those instances where we could have a deeper conversation about it, but ends justifying means, right? She was a victim, whether it was a punishment or an empowerment. Y'all shouldn't be coming to come kill me.
Not guilty.
Yeah, why is you fucking with her?
Not guilty.
Walk around, find out.
So this one's going to be pretty quick. In the trial of Medusa, we deem it self-defense. And due to the heinous nature of how the victim was brutalized by people in her workplace that had positions of power, we find her not guilty of all charges, and we implore the court to give her 6 months of therapy with somebody that doesn't have eyeballs. All right. And two free years of snake leather so that her locks are moisturized. All right. That one's easy.
Sponsored by Maybelline.
Yeah, it was sponsored by, you're an asshole. That's sponsored by Maybelline. This one might be a little bit more interesting. My nigga Clyde. Y'all might not remember this movie. For those that do, it was called Law Abiding Citizen.
Fucking
This was
fantastic
actually
movie.
really big for
It
Philadelphia.
was.
It was
I
Philly,
love
right?
that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it was big for Philadelphia because it was right here in the heart of Philadelphia where they filmed it. Jamie Foxx was a young prosecutor who essentially Clyde watched his family murdered and raped, children as well, in front of him as he slowly bled out and died. Then watch the system give these same individuals a slap on the wrist because there wasn't enough evidence to put them away for a long time.
He technically didn't watch it. He was knocked unconscious.
Teffy?
Oh no, he was watching
He was
until he
watching.
passed out
Right.
Yeah.
from the
exactly.
stab wound.
Look.
I don't want to show the scene again because it's true, but he literally passed out and apparently he woke up because the guy brags about it.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah,
true.
you remember?
I ain't seen this movie in
See,
a hot
that's
look.
where that's where the twist is the gentleman that does the act gets away with it because he takes a plea bargain
Yeah.
against his
Yeah.
partner.
Right. Right.
To be fair, whenever I rewatch this movie, it's from like after the trial. Because
wait a minute, Decepticons is already saying he's definitely a villain. Hold on, we gotta have that. See, let's have that conversation.
Hold up, like okay, if you Frank
T-Bone,
Castle,
oh,
he's the version of Frank Castle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
badass. Like if you think Frank Castle, Punisher, is a hero, I mean, so okay, so basically, both the people who killed his child and wife get sentenced. One gets the death penalty, the other one gets a lesser sentence. Now, Clyde's charges are pretty serious. Clyde tampered with the tool, the
Lethal
instrument
injection.
to actually cause the the death penalty. That motherfucker died painfully. It was not pretty. Then he set up booby traps. This nigga is like Kevin McAllister on crack. He set up booby traps all over the city. Now, he did kill a city official, a judge. He did kill a judge. He did kill a prisoner who had nothing to
doing his job.
That's true.
Yeah,
But he was in a maximum security prison.
Maximums.
Yeah.
I'm saying like what
he was in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying how reputable was the gentleman that he punched with the T-bone?
I agree. That's how I feel. 'Cause remember how I think LJ said I'm okay with a little collateral damage. He goes into collateral. I mean, I said fuck them kids in Simba. You think I'm worried about some nigga in the jail?
Yeah, but that guy was in jail, was serving his sentence.
Oh my
paying
God.
sentence society. They wasn't on death row, so he didn't necessarily deserve to die.
Let me tell you something, and I mean this, Teffy Wonder. One minute you ready to pick up your gun and kill everybody. Then
I'm just saying for a nigga who be like,
I never
devil's
know what to get
advocate.
with you.
When niggas be like, "Oh, devil's advocate," but then when I do it, it's a problem.
You're right.
It's cool
You're
when
right.
they do it. The problem when I do it.
Fuck it. I think it just comes down to, did Clyde's end justify getting what he deemed justice? Now, remember, the court system said you got your justice. He did not think it was good enough. And he systematically dismantled the entire. He was almost willing to blow up City Hall to make his point. And a lot of innocent politicians, kind of oxymoron. A lot of people.
Innocent people.
Yes.
Mhm.
Even
Because
that's
there were families
You
in
guys
that
in it.
organ.
and you can't with explosions. You don't know who's going to go.
Yeah.
Plus shrapnel from the explosion. You have to be near.
Also, it was personal, and like my thing is like, if you're gonna do it, it should be for the greater good. That wasn't for the greater good. That was him seeking revenge.
He was doing it. So, okay. And I'm glad I get to say this. In his mind, it was for the greater good because he had to do something extreme to highlight how fucked up the system was. Who said it that I think it was you. You said that the villain wants to change the status quo and the hero does what he can to protect it.
I don't think I don't agree that that's what he was doing. That nigga was getting his revenge. He was like, y'all fucked up. He was like, you personally fucked up. There's even Jamie Foxx, who was like the assistant DA. He was like, you didn't do a good enough job prosecuting them. And Jamie Foxx was like, nigga, I worked with what I had.
No, agreed. He worked with what he had, but he also, you through exposition, you learn he was trying to protect his rating.
Yeah.
He didn't really go as hard as he could have.
Right.
But it's kind of like, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have control over the justice system. The system we have is the system, and it's imperfect. And sometimes people do not get the justice that they deserve. Let's keep it a buck. And I mean, I hate to get real with it. There's a lot of revolutionists, to include Martin Luther King, who were shot and killed by the U.S. government, and their families never.
Also, if the people who did the attack on Clyde's family were black, they all would have went.
Wow. Facts.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just keeping it above. So I'm gonna just go panel by panel. If you saw the movie, cool. If you don't have an opinion on this one, you could just pass. But was Clyde guilty or not guilty of being a villain? Teffy, start us off.
I think it's guilty.
Wow.
I'm not saying I don't understand.
You don't see those rock hard abs? You're not swayed at all.
Actual 300 was better.
Yeah, valid. Yeah, good point.
And actually, in Phantom of the Opera, he fucking sang the draws off, but so no.
You just got to go to the draws being off, don't you? He was butt naked when they came to arrest him. I was like, why are you? Oh my God. Foxy Rocks, how do you feel?
I feel like he's definitely not a hero. I would say he's a villain.
Okay. LJ Phoenix, talk to me.
He is, I mean, okay, he ranks a little bit higher than Ursula, but nah, because the whole point of some of what he did was to highlight how fucked up the system was. And as he was doing all his little strategic killings, there were like points behind some of what he was doing. I fucking love this character.
I love it.
Amazing. He's not guilty.
Yeah, it was okay. He was willing to blow up Jamie Foxx.
Don't try to sway nobody. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. This is a jury by majority. Chris, how do you feel?
I'm in the middle on this one. This one.
This one ain't an easy one.
Like, what is too far? Because he was out there.
Oh,
he was out there.
But he also saw his children and wife. I mean, I'll give you
like I said, when I compare him to the Punisher, like Punisher, he would kill any. If a politician had something to do with his family down, he would kill him. Like that. It doesn't matter who it is. So, I mean, he had valor right. I mean, I have issues with the justice system as well. I mean, I ain't blowing up City Hall, but you know, I'm a stick on the middle. I'm not gonna say not guilty or guilty.
You have to pick one. I'm sorry, sir.
Woo!
I can't allow you. I can't allow
Oh,
you.
why you go? Oh, see, see,
You have to pick one.
this is just wrong.
Damn.
This is just wrong. All right, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him not guilty.
All right. I'm gonna hop in there. I'm gonna just say this right now. He's not guilty for me. And here's why. Based on the founding fathers of this great country, if you want to change something, you have to do it through force of action. Now, I'm not saying that it will always work. And you better fucking win, because otherwise you're a terrorist. But if American history has taught me anything, is that if you want to enact change, it is usually brought about permanently through violence. I feel like this great country trained a CIA agent to be the weapon that they needed him to be, to change the country, to change the world. So when his world changed, he only did what he was trained to do. And he's very efficient at what he does. If we are going to put him on trial, we have to put America at large on trial. And as far as I'm concerned, he is not guilty by the fact that he only did what he was trained to do. Mr. Kirby.
I am going to say guilty. For
You know what?
one-
All right, Jay, I'm tired of your shit.
I figured that would be the response.
I was like, God damn it. We was winning. Right now, we up 3-2. You tying it up.
I say guilty because after after he went after the people specifically involved in his trial, he targeted City Hall. City Hall was filled with innocent bystanders. Not all of them innocent. And I agree with just about every statement made so far in his defense, but there were innocents in that building,
Right.
and he was willing to roll those dice.
Damn, he said the security guard didn't go home that night. You right.
Up until that point, trust me, watching that movie, I was rooting for him. I was like, Jamie, why are you giving him a hard time?
Look, the panel is tied. 3 guilties, 3 not guilties. Shaq, this one's on you, buddy. Shaq.
Mr. Curtis. So,
oh boy,
going through the paperwork, I pulled up the file on Google Docs. I called Shirley earlier to get the password to get on that.
Who the fuck is Shirley?
Don't ask me damn question, Curtis. All right. Shout out to Miss Shirley.
Thank you, Shirley. Whoever you are.
If she watching, I know it's past her bedtime. She probably took a pills. From what I have been reading here, I would give him the case of a villain, not guilty, but guilty on charges of practices of extremism.
Oh, so wait, hold on.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, like Chris, hold on, motherfucker. Wait, so hold on.
Listen,
God damn it.
maybe you got bad headphones. You ain't hearing what I'm saying.
Well, explain. You know what, Shaq? Explain yourself. God damn it.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
You ain't listening. You not. Once again, I have said, in the case of him being a villain, not guilty, but guilty in the practices of extremism from the previous comments made before. There was some innocent motherfuckers that didn't need to be involved in that shit. Like if I was just motherfucker went to go to the bank just to go check my mail, now bam, I'm getting blown the fuck up because you mad.
Yeah.
Killing niggas that need to be killed. Not everybody else. D who wields the sword will die by the sword. Not a nigga who got a pitchfork. All right, you hear me now, motherfucker? Oh,
He's out of line, but he's right.
all right now.
All right, Shaq. So based on a majority vote of this panel and this jury, we, the head nurse in charge tribunal, I'm going to change it every time because I'm trying to think of legal terms on the fly. We deem Clive to not be a villain, but due to acts of extremism, he cannot be classified as a hero and will fall into the anti-hero classification to join Punisher, Deadpool, Wolverine, and my daddy. All right, so moving on.
I vote 3 years confinement with 4 years of counseling and 1 year community service.
That nigga crazy. No, Clive.
No, you can't keep him in no confinement.
Right. Wait now. We give him confinement and some books, some music. He to himself, minding his damn business for 2 years.
What I love is Clyde here confinement. He gonna look at you like. He like, nigga, did you see my movie?
He gonna get counseling. Give him some books. Give him a gym membership. He be all right.
All right.
Well, come back with grocery.
Roxy and LJ. This one I am unfamiliar with, so I need y'all to kind of explain it to me. But help me out. The final honorable mention before we actually get to the 4 people that we came to actually discuss.
Oh no, not guilty.
Not guilty at all.
Really?
Which version are we talking about?
It don't matter because the bitch not guilty.
It does matter.
It
does matter.
Bro.
Wait a minute. Wait a
1000% matters.
He got street cred.
All right, so wait, hold on. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Ladies, y'all have the floor. Guilty, not guilty. First, explain what did Maleficent do? Maleficent did a lot. Motherfucker turned into a dragon and was terrorizing little white women in castles.
Okay. I mean, that's not really hard to do.
You know what?
What? It don't take a lot to terrify white women in castles.
Like,
I love Jay got a running tally that's in the HR. White joke number 47.
These are all the emails right here.
There was a threshold, and
he's like, I was like, Teffy, you running out of our quota. Shit, nigga. We only halfway through the show. Teff. All right, talk to me. Why is Maleficent not guilty of the shit that they say she did?
So first of all right, so boom. So in the world they live in, Maleficent is a high-ranking fairy. She's actually considered like the queen of the fairies, the queen of the forest or whatever. So when the king had did like their little baby shower or whatever, you're supposed to invite every member of like nobility, which Maleficent technically was. So even in the cartoon version, by purposefully excluding her and only her, that is a slight against her. Okay. And like not necessarily an act of war, but it's definitely like bad form. To the set. Disrespect is the highest of fucking disrespect.
Cultural disrespect.
Basically. So then when she shows up to the baby shower and she like, oh, that's cute. this cute. Would have been nice to get a fucking invite. My shit must have been lost in the mail, but whatever. Then they be like, bitch, don't nobody fucking want you here. And she was like, that's so wild. Because I just came to say hi, and I was finna just grab some fucking baby shower meatballs and leave. But since you wanted to pop up at the fucking mouth, now I'm finna knock shit over.
I love what Taffy
This
going
is
on
the
rant.
best storytelling.
Yo, I love
This
what
is
I-
it. This is it.
Let me
What's the movie in 1 minute?
wait. I need all men to shut the fuck up and let how they say let Taffy cook. Cause this is I'm like, oh bitch. Oh, really? I literally was like, bitch, I didn't know that's what happened. She didn't even get the meatballs.
Listen, so what? So she was like, all right, so boom. So because I want to be nice, I'm not gonna do nothing to her right now. But on her 16th birthday, it's up. It's up. And because y'all really thought I was on that type shit and that I was gonna do something to y'all. No. She's so pretty. We're gonna let her grow up and do all this stuff. And then when you least the fuck expect it, boom. And then she like took a plate of deviled eggs and bounced. She was like, and don't even fucking get me started on the retelling where the
retelling.
ball
No,
takes her
100%.
wings, which is a literal allegory for rape. So he basically
like 1000% in the retelling.
He drugged her, defiled her body for his own personal advancement, and then fucking slighted her by marrying another fucking bitch, and then not invited her to the goddamn baby shower.
Or the meatballs.
Or the meatballs. And she didn't even bring home no deviled eggs this time. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Because then that time she was a vegetarian, so she took the fruit platter and was like, "Y'all finna see me again."
Jay, I don't know how you gonna add to that, but go ahead.
I got this. Retelling 1000%. She is the victim in the retelling. 1000% will not argue.
I
that.
feel like a butt's coming on, and it's gonna put you in a very precarious
A
position. Oh shit!
In the original, okay. Y'all ever had someone that you know is going to show up to a party and be nothing but trouble? Ain't nothing good's going to come from it. They're going to show up drunk. They're going to start a fight. So you don't invite them. You don't even tell them there's a party.
Jay, are you about to do this?
So then when they show up, they get mad. But they don't get mad at you. They get mad at the baby.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know, Taffy.
Wait, what happened to fuck them kids?
She cursed the baby.
What happened to fuck them kids?
You're right.
Sorry, was we not
Who
just
did
fuck them kids? And
also
she let her not be a fucking baby. She let the girl see 16.
She is 16. That is a child.
So the fuck was Ariel, but we out there letting them sign 360 deals and shit. I'm just saying.
You got you there, Jay.
16 is still a child.
How old is 16?
Okay.
How old is 16 really?
They can sign 360 deals, but they can't get cursed by fairies.
That's why.
Give them even
that's
the
wild. Yo, Don,
We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work.
Go, Jay. You on the clock, nigga? You got to say something.
Bro, she's in flames like Maleficent, my nigga.
Yet, however,
also, wait, pause. Pause. Because can I just say, the disrespect wasn't even in private. They disrespected her in front of the entire kingdom. So that would be like in front of you, your family, and all the niggas.
It was only disrespect in front of everyone because she showed up.
They
no one in that party decided who was gonna show up. They just showed up because they were asked to.
Invitation out, you don't know who's gonna show up and who's not gonna show up. You send the invitation, and they didn't even. And in the animated one, they don't even fucking know her like that. They just go off her fucking reputation for being evil. You don't know that she's ever actually fucking done anything to them. They're just like, the bitch wear a fucking cloak and be mopey.
Something about, you know, burned with the fires of hell when she fights the prince, you know, something about that. Something about turning into a dragon, something about walking into a party that you're not invited to and saying, you know what, fuck this baby. Not anyone else in the party, just the baby.
No, she was like, fuck y'all. But she was like, fuck y'all. But I'm gonna get revenge by going after the baby.
You know what? Watching this verbal battle and Jay trying to fight back.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
This is what I. All right. Hold on, God damn it! Order in the court. Order in the goddamn court. Now look, prosecutor, defense. If you're going to continue to be belligerent, I'm gonna take the liquor out of the courtroom
and put it behind the bench.
I can't get up because I ain't got no drawers on. But even that made me laugh. First and foremost, there are valid points to be made. Jay is absolutely right. Just because you didn't get invited does not mean you get to kill babies. Even as
she doesn't kill her, she put her in an eternal sleep.
In a sleep-like death.
Minor.
That is dead.
Hold on, Jay. Let me set it up. Let me get. I love this shit. Hold on, Taffy. God damn. I'm gonna kick it back over. Sleep like death. Magical. I don't give a fuck what they did. The hoodoo juju on him. Either way, minors, children are still innocent, even if his team fucked them kids. I'm not saying it's right, but now.
Thank you, Soleil. Thank you.
I love that Teffy go highlight. You take over the console when you want to. And now,
breathe, Kurt.
I am trying to, nigga. You see, I'm dying because I was laughing at these motherfuckers. I want to read her charges, and I think this is going to actually be very telling. Again, this is the Villainous Wiki. Every person that we've read so far had a pretty crazy list of charges. This is Maleficent's charges. Malefic stalking. That's it. That's all they charged her with. I was kind of expecting. It
sounded like a slap on the wrist to me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. See?
It sounded like palm serve, Your Honor.
Jay, they didn't. It literally said, I want to show that I ain't bullshitting. I want y'all to understand. I'm reading it right from the John. It on the actual site. It says crimes. It lists the crimes. This is it.
Decepticons attacks his faith privilege. Hey, yo, she's a member of nobility. She's the leader of the forest. Like that would be like the
he gonna fuck that part. She got diplomatic immunity, Jay.
I'm just saying. And bitch, if you disrespect me on the UN stage, I might turn up a little bit.
I'm mad. So they said they fucking with us. I'm hot.
Dragon. Like.
Jay, I'm sorry to say this, but
also, anybody saw that white boy run up in that fucking castle and shit with the thorns? Nigga, it was thorns there because I didn't want you there. You didn't see the no trespassing sign?
You know what?
Also, and that's sexual assault. First of all, it's sexual assault because then he kissed her without consent. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh, it's right there.
Original Grimm fairy tale. I got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
Right there.
Not
know
only
that
are
canon.
this is where we get off the yes. I'm gonna go to the panel because I'm not making this call. Teffy Wonder, we know how you feel, but I need an official, guilty or not guilty.
No.
Roxy, guilty or
Not guilty.
Ooh, I knew that. She said it. Look, nigga. LJ, I don't even know why I got, but yes.
I don't know either, but not guilty.
Chris, remember where you are.
I'm 9.
I just, brother. How you think I don't usually let Jay be out on the island by himself, but I was like, nigga, this is that. This is one of them ones where we there is no winning this. Jay.
Listen, I've fought a losing fight before. Ain't the first, ain't the last.
I love it.
The original iteration, guilty. In the retelling, 1000% not guilty. She was the victim.
Pick one, Jay.
I said guilty.
All right. He said, look, nigga. I mean, Kurt. Shaq, guilty or not guilty?
I go hold you. Her file looking kind of small.
Woo. Scar does more damage to Simba.
Hey, that's it. That's it enough.
Yeah. It's looking pretty sparse.
She literally get mad right here at the table at a party and put the baby to sleep 16 years later. Like she put the girl down for a nap. It's not that deep.
Nah, it's a nice long nap. Nice long nap.
I will say not guilty, but I do recommend some house arrest. She needs to stay where she at. about 5-6 months, just stay where the fuck you at. You know what I'm saying?
So I did to make sure that I did my due process. I looked up the Disney version of Maleficent, the movie version of Maleficent, and the Once Upon a Time TV show.
The original Grimm's fairy tale. It don't even say why she's mad. It just say that she is.
Yeah. All across the board, not much in the crime section. So for that alone, we deem Maleficent to be not guilty, but we would like her to attend counseling so that we could continue to have parties with meatballs and deviled eggs and not have her take the whole fucking tray home, because that's what I was mad about. Why are you taking the whole goddamn tray? I wanted a meatball.
I recommend one session of anger management just as an observation and assessment.
I'm with that. Thank you. If we could have that written into the docket, and this case is closed. All right. So we don't want no problems because Teffy is on a beam.
Miss Teffy, you good with that one session anger management?
Oh, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
While she twirls her hair. See, that's how you know they crazy.
That's how
you, if you say some shit to a motherfucker, they be like, That's her. That's her shooting hand. She got to occupy that shit. All right, y'all. This is it. We are now officially putting on the 4 most villainous people on our Mount Rushmore of villainy. Now we in the game. These motherfuckers done did some shit. There's no question that they done did some shit. The question becomes, did the ends justify the means versus the reason they did it in the first place? I want to set that up.
I'm not with.
I already know, and we're going to go right at it. First on the docket, 22785-3. We call to the court Syndrome.
Hey.
Now, Syndrome is accused of many crimes, to include Teffy Wonder. Do you mind reading the crimes listed for the accused?
He has at least a dozen murders. Gross negligent. He's a danger to the public. massive among serial murder, mass property damage, torture, attempted cultural genocide, terrorism, crimes against humanity, and he got a fucked up ass haircut.
You know what?
And them teeth.
Don't forget attempted kidnapping.
Also attempted. Actually, technically, he
Look.
did kidnap that baby. He flew
Yeah,
off.
Hey, he was trying to raise the baby though. Hold on, he was trying to raise the baby.
We glad to have that conversation. Hold on. All right.
Raven Broom.
Syndrome, aka Incrediboy, aka Buddy Pine, aka Skippy. You are charged of some pretty heinous acts. Let's first review the history. Are we all familiar with Syndrome?
Yes.
Do I have to go deep into the history of Syndrome?
No.
All right. Basically, his big rub was Mr. Incredible saved his life, but he took it as a slight because Mr. Incredible was kind of rude to him. That's perceptionary. Not Syndrome is guilty as fuck. Look. Now, the acts that he caused due to his perceived slight by Mr. Incredible was he employed, now this is where it gets weird. He employed superheroes to come to an island
under false pretenses.
Under the guise, I was going to say under the guise of non-dangerous acts, but then they faced monsters, creatures, robots that he created, and he killed.
They got paid if they survived.
You know what? This is what I'm talking.
Whoa.
She's not lying.
It was a good job.
She's not lying.
Also, the ruse was that technically these monsters were rampaging. Theoretically, they took these jobs knowing that they could be hurt and that they could be injured and or killed in the line of duty.
That's
a hero. That's
kind of the
But
rub.
heroing was outlawed, so technically they were breaking the law.
They were breaking the law. It's the Batman rule.
They thought they were breaking the law.
So, with that being said, number one, here's the fucked up part. He did it on an island with no laws, but the ones that he made. It was an independent island. It's in international waters. They now typically you have to abide by maritime law.
Epstein Island. I know it when I see it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. But he did commit crimes on American soil. So you can't really charge him for the murders of the superheroes on the ocean.
I mean, I'm still sure that like violates the Geneva Convention because you're still luring them there under false pretenses. And whether or not they were engaging in illegal activity does not give you the right to murder them in the course of said activity.
And technically, it's only illegal in the U.S.
Yeah. And he wasn't in the U.S. when he did a lot of stuff. Now, he did cause mass property damage, casualties on American soil, and tried to fake. Him and Ozzy had the same goddamn idea, only he wanted to be the hero. With that being said, the one key thing that people bring up about him being right is he said it. If all of us have powers, then none of us are super.
If everyone's special, then no one is.
Yeah. And he wanted to highlight how superheroes should remain outlawed. And they did outlaw them. So technically, he was trying to uphold the law. Technically.
Not really. That nigga was trying to get his fucking bag by showing how smart he was, showing off all the robots and gadgets and shit he made. And then he was just gonna make money selling that technology to governments and private companies. So really, it wasn't altruistic like the way it was. That nigga was trying to get paid.
He was a hurt fanboy. Okay, let's just get that. That's where it all.
He's literally the wear my
Toxic
hug at
fandom.
He's the wear my hug at nigga.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes.
Wear my hug, Mr. Incredible.
You won't hug me, and you got busy. All right.
Hug that bitch. Wow.
The problem is all that money, and that's the suit he came up with. He should have went to see Edna.
Dang.
Chris, you make valid points. All right. So then I'm going through the panel. In the tribunal of one Skippy, that's what I'm gonna call him, aka Buddy, on the charges of killing dozens. Do we find him guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Buddy guilty.
He wasn't even doing it for the greater good.
Kurt,
He did it on a
Buddy guilty.
Kurt, think of it this way. This is the same situation if someone gets deployed somewhere and they get killed overseas. In a sense.
But they were signing up for the jobs. Is my only dozens. The superheroes were signing for jobs. And there are jobs where you can get hurt.
They were independent contractors, is what you're saying?
They were false federal jobs. They were false federal
fake,
jobs.
but they were if they
I want to
survived,
brought
they
up
got
on
paid.
tax evasion.
We got him with a Rico. This motherfucker with a Rico.
Hey.
Look at what happened.
No. See, Jay, that smart ass prosecutor that sent you the curveball. Like,
he getting him on that Rico charge.
Got him on a Rico. Got him.
Because look, Mr. Incredible started getting his little life back, and he was starting to feel on his wife again. Like he did a whole 360, making his little money that he wasn't making in the insurance game. Like, because he survived like 3 or 4 of them before he actually got.
He was willfully. Yes,
He
did
survived
have knowledge.
one.
And how do we know that they all died? They might not have died the first time. They might have kept coming back.
Some of them don't. You see it in the clip where he goes through and he sees the ones that came. You can see which ones died on the first attempt, and then as he evolved the machine, which ones like made it through the second like iteration or whatever. So not everybody died straight out of the gate.
Yeah, but you think they came back or they was just trapped there? And
I think they were trapped.
They were like,
trapped, right?
I think they
kind of
were
like how
Incredible came back.
They were coming back.
It was voluntary.
Yeah, I put it like this: we can't know whether or not they were trapped, but Mr. Incredible was never trapped. He freely went back and forth.
That was his goal. That was his goal, though.
I mean, we're not getting him on that
He
murder
went back
charge.
after the threat was neutralized, though, so he was just getting a free paycheck until it fucking showed up at that boardroom.
I'm saying the murder charges may not stick, but them RICO charges.
We done made Soul leave. She said, "I am leaving. Fuck y'all." Look, don't leave just yet, because it's about to get real ugly in a second. It's really about to get ugly. This is the warm up. This is literally the warm up. So, all right. At the end of the day, Jay kind of he sold me on the Rico. Jay, you gotta watch them motherfuckers, them law enforcement motherfuckers with glasses. You gotta watch them. They be thinking about shit. So, as it stands, we are gonna hit him with a Rico because you hiding money on that fuck ass island. Murder.
If a U.S. citizen is documented to go to a specific island and not come back, they can be charged with murder of that particular person. It's the same if me and Jay went somewhere, did not come back. You killed a U.S. citizen. It's that simple.
In the charge of villainy, We find that nigga guilty.
Well, I was hearing a law.
Guilty.
Very guilty.
So we have to take him off the Mount Rushmore.
Good.
Technically, yes, you are right. Even though it was on an island, it's still a citizen of the law of the land. It gets murky, but if y'all travel abroad, go find the consulate.
And they find them, and they find their bodies.
Yeah.
A confirmed dead body on foreign soil.
For you.
Found one.
All right. Syndrome is off the Mount Rushmore. He is absolutely not in the right.
I also want to charge him 2 years of dental appointments to fix his whack ass teeth.
What?
And 3 months of a barber to fix that whack ass haircut.
Look, guilty.
Syndrome in court, like.
And then I want 25 years of community service, non-technical
years.
Half of it being garbage disposal.
He gonna cry in the car.
All that shit.
I
shock on this one.
I find that the sentencing and the punishment absolutely does fit the crime, I think. But at the end of the day, and full restitution to all the families impacted by the machine. That
1 year of urinal cleaning as well.
Wow.
He a shitty person.
Damn. I'm guilty. All right.
Unpaid urinal cleaning.
All right, y'all. Now things get a little bit. Oh boy. Next up, Eric Killmonger. There is a long list of alleged crimes. I'm going to try to read them all. Eric is charged with mass murder, conspiracy, terrorism, defilement, usurpation. I think so. Anyway, this motherfucker's charged with a hate crime, bruh. Hold on.
Nah.
Wait a minute. All right, let me chill.
I can kind of believe it.
Shaq.
Wait a second.
Wait a goddamn second. How the fuck a black man get charged with a hate crime?
Hey.
Oh wait, no, I guess. That's actually I don't.
Hey, hate is universal.
You're not wrong, but maybe I'm looking at it different. Anyway, let me see. Hate crimes, abuse of power, attempted world domination, definitely did. Smuggling, jailbreak, attempted genocide, invasion, psychological abuse, assault and battery, slander, treason, theft, arson, sabotage, incrimination, enslavement, arms dealing, forgery, vandalism, kidnapping, forced confinement, and brainwashing.
Oh, your brain hurt saying that.
Look.
A lot of people.
He didn't land on those charges. Those charges landed on him.
That's wild.
Is it?
Wow.
All right, y'all.
Crazy.
I have a question. Is it treason if he legally won the position?
I think it was treason for America because he was a U.S. soldier.
He was
actively looking to overthrow the U.S. government.
That's fair. Okay.
Through another country.
Through another country.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, that's treason. Continue.
That's like,
I just wanted to clarify.
Like a double-decker
just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Continue.
Just so you know, now that we've completed your personal recess, we are on the trial of Eric Killmonger.
Oh.
She said, "Oh God, shit." No, it's all right. By all means, it's So, Eric has long been debated about whether or not he was right or wrong. There's Eric Killmonger, the comic book, and then there's Eric Killmonger, the MCU. We are utilizing Eric Killmonger, the MCU, and we're using both his Black Panther version and the What If version.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
See if it plays out.
What does Ja think about this?
Yeah. Help me, Ja.
Where's Ja?
I appreciate. See, you fit right in. A Dave Chappelle reference. Help me, Ja. Listen, you do not have to bring up the what if version because it is an alternate version of Killmonger. But if you're trying to make your case, I'll allow some of the arguments. Some of them. In your opinion, right off the bat, Eric Killmonger, is he a villain? Is he guilty of villainy or not? LJ Phoenix, start us off. I gotta go to my extremist first.
Because I'm gonna support most of my villains.
Yo.
I've never really thought MCU wise, because I do not know comic. I never really thought that he was a straight villain. I mean, he kind of got dealt a bad hand, and was just trying to make things right. And he won fair and square. Not his fault. I mean, I don't think he was a villain.
I have opinions, and I hope I have a job when I'm done saying them. Shaq, how do you feel about Eric Killmonger?
So for specific reasons, certain details I cannot elaborate on.
Smart man.
Protected.
But I believe this is one of those prime examples of you had the thesis, you had the thought process, you had the tools, but the execution was not the most recommended on the list.
Damn.
Listen,
Shaq, you do a lot of pussyfooting.
I gotta say guilty on it.
Wow.
And once again, if it was non my current position, then I would say yes. But seeing the opposite side of the coin is like,
I respect that.
You're going about it too crazy when you have the resources to handle it
a different way. Okay. All right. That's so fair. He handled it in an extreme way when there was a more diplomatic way to handle it.
He kicked down the door when you could have just opened the bitch.
Okay.
You got the key. You got the key to open the door. You just wanted to shoot the bitch down.
Okay. All right. Respect. Jay, how do you feel about Eric Killmonger?
I'm Teffy, back up.
When I asked Jay, in my head, it went to the Looney Tunes. It was like, you'll be sorry. I love how every nigga was like,
I plead the fifth for.
Yeah, Jay. How do you feel about Eric Killmonger?
I'm with Shaq on this one. He had the resources and the abilities to accomplish the goal he wanted, which was to make his country, his legal home country, public to the world, share its minerals with the world. Sure, make a profit, but what country doesn't? But he had to go about it in a very militaristic, very take over the worldy kind of attitude, which is where
dictator vibes.
Dictator vibes, very much so. Where
that was from some of his background. Though.
This is what, I'm holding on now.
I'm sorry.
Oh no! Where did he learn that behavior?
I was gonna say he's only doing what he learned, what he picked up.
Wow,
Listen,
the
it's-
U.S. government
But
really
It's
but
does
that
very
also
much
plays into
the-
selective reading on what you choose is the best method for you and your leadership
It
style.
is very much the same
Reading all
argument we
from the
had with
government,
Clyde.
I'd watch it if I was y'all.
Once you start getting into the loss of innocence, because those weapons were not being distributed to countries' militaries, they're just being given to people he knew were going to use them in the most destructive ways possible. That's when you become the villain. Now, as a character, very sympathetic to his plight. Charge wise, guilty.
Guilty. I love Jay's addendum. It was given. I love black people, but you niggas crazy. Or more specifically, that particular nigga is crazy. Not all of you. Notice, I still want to come to the barbecue, just not when he's there. And if he has Hennessy, let me know so I can pack up me and my baby and go to fuck home. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I already know what you. This is what you came for.
This is why I'm here.
Talk to me.
This young black boy from Oakland, the Bay Area, found his father murdered by his uncle, abandoned.
Wow.
He saw oppression daily, violence, drug addiction. Oh, I mean, of course he was gonna kick the door. Like he experienced a lifetime of oppression and all this stuff, and then was taught this is how you handle it by the U.S. government. They say, hey, this is how we handle the thing. He said, okay, well, I'm gonna use your tactics against you. Was it right? No. But it's the person he grew to be. Now, I will say, without Killmonger, is he really the villain? I mean, T'Challa was like, fuck everybody else if it wasn't for Killmonger. He changed his mind. He let him know that there are people outside of Wakanda that need your help that look like you. And if it wasn't for him, there would be no outreach centers and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
I know what. Look, I'm bored with my heart. He's not.
They
guilty.
done.
He's not
Listen. They pulling up now for this discussion. Black folks start coming out the woodwork. We got two guilties. Y'all heard Killmonger was on trial. Said, "No, bitch, we got to throw it out there. Let's pull up." We got two guilties and one non-guilty. Before I go to the ladies, and of course, before I introduce Shiv, I'm going to give my take on it. I like quotes. I'm a big James Baldwin is one of my favorite activists, civil rights leaders. Amazing quotes. But I'm going to quote two people. I don't often quote Martin Luther King because I don't particularly subscribe to the way that he wanted to do things. But his quote feeds into the next quote for my defense of Eric Killmonger. Martin Luther King said, "Violence is the language of the unheard." Adrian Rich said, "Violence is the oppressor's language, and yet I need it to talk to you." Eric Killmonger learned to speak violence as a solution to the benefit of an oppressor. He then used that same language because that is the language they use. In my opinion, it isn't excessive because he matched energy with the energy they would have gave right back. Unfortunately, we already saw what happened to T'Chaka. He went to the UN and got blowed the fuck up. That's what happens when you try to resolve things peacefully. Those who try to resolve systemically discriminatory and oppressive regimes peacefully usually end up dead. Eric Killmonger's methodology would have worked had everyone been on board with what he wanted to do. He had already had operatives locked and loaded. And to fear a power shift, isn't that kind of unfair when you're going up against countries who gained power through warfare and caused a power shift? You can't get mad that you went into Africa and took over shit, and then Africans was like, oh, that's the game we playing? Cool. We're going to do it in return. Only now we have superior fire. Hold on, wait a goddamn minute. You're doing too much. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Native Americans invited people to eat a little turkey sandwich, some street corn.
God damn it,
you know
Kurt.
Smoke a little hookah. Let's chop it up and have a good time. You see how that played out for the motherfuckers. They on a casino, fucked up in the game in the country that they were born in. All I'm saying is Eric Killmonger saw the chess game that was being played, and he decided to blow up the board instead of playing the fucking game. I'm not mad at I have a hard time finding fault in him. Now, a lot of people were talking about, well, he yoked up Auntie. Well, Auntie should have fell in line. Should have did what he said. Sometimes you gotta choke a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not. Yes, that is an elder. He is not a nice person at all. But bitch, move a little faster.
Auntie didn't accept him from the beginning, though. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, I got the ring."
I'm just saying, why we gotta? What? All I'm saying is respect is earned. Get your old ass and get me all the flowers. Bitch. Give me the motherfucking flower. She moved fast then. Her hip pop right into place, and she was pop locking them fucking flowers over to that nigga. He was, oh, here you go, Eric, King Eric. That's the clip that's gonna get me canceled. That is the one. This is my last day.
The views and reflections of King Kurt Live do not reflect that of the rest of H&I.
Fuck you. All right, so like I was saying, look, all I'm saying is I'm not saying you should choke the shit out of Auntie, but I understand why she got the shit choked out of her. Just move a little bit faster and do what that man say. That nigga just came in and washed T'Challa and threw him off a waterfall. That might not have been the best time to give him an alternative viewpoint. Decepticon want me to put this goddamn video up. I can't highlight the link. You gotta Decepticons, you gotta actually send it to my DM. I'm mad. These motherfuckers, y'all want him prosecuted from the DMs?
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. They like, fuck that. I got evidence. I got this. You up here snitching.
Them throwing evidence in the chat is outrageous.
Wild.
That's crazy.
I don't care. Whatever it is, it's tampered.
Yeah, it's AI. It's AI. Is it really him? Or is it his
Photoshop
person? I don't know.
That could have been his shadow clone. All we know is that nigga digital. That hand was digital. He didn't even move.
That's right. We got an Eric Killmonger that was beating the fuck out of Kang in the boxing ring. We don't know what version that is. I got an Eric Killmonger that was killed on a train station. I don't know what version that is. There's a young Eric Killmonger that died at a bando in Baltimore. Bodie killed him. So we don't know exactly what's Eric Killmonger.
The presence of evidence does not count for the lack of evidence present.
Talk about it, chat. Talk about it. You better put the boondocks. All right. I'm sorry. If you send me variant,
absence evidence is not the evidence absence.
You better quote the fucking boondocks. I got
That
two
man
not
said, "We
guilties
got a-
and two guilties.
We got a variant that's married to Valkyrie in another
That-
universe. No.
Exactly. Come on, y'all. I'm keeping it buck. The MCU fucked up.
Yeah.
Chivalrous, please introduce yourself. I'm going to do the ladies last because they the only ones that got good sense on this goddamn panel. Chivalrous, introduce yourself and tell me whether or not Eric Killmonger is guilty or not guilty of villainy.
All right. Hello, everyone. It is your friendly Black Chivalrous nerd, aka the Roughnecks Admiral. And I am here to say that Eric Killmonger is in fact not guilty.
Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about, Shiv. Now, tell me why.
Again, his ideology was correct. His methods into getting it is a little questionable, but I understand where he's coming from. So I cannot really falter him. Yes, he choked up Auntie. No, you're not supposed to choke up
he
Auntie.
yoked the shit out of her. He yoked the shit out of her.
However, I get where he's coming from.
Okay.
To Shiv's point, I have a quote.
Yep, I got
I
it.
know
Mhm.
he only knows. And this is from the great One Piece.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Oh, we're okay. All right.
Shiv knows this. Those who stand at the top determine what's wrong and what's right.
Mm-hmm.
This very place we call the battlefield is neutral ground. Justice will prevail. Of course it will. Whoever wins the war becomes justice. Doflamingo.
Oh, shit. I was about to be like, damn, that's it. And then this nigga say Doflamingo.
Yes.
Doflamingo.
Yo, I was definitely about to be like, that's a great quote. What poet laureate said that?
And he said
what bastion of
Doflamingo.
history did that come from? One Piece. Shaq.
Wow, One Piece is fucking peak.
Shaq, just for my own edification, can you say that quote one more time?
This is just to remind you, this is half of the whole statement. Those who stand at the top determine what's wrong and what's right. This very place we call the battlefield is neutral ground. Justice will prevail, you say, but of course it will. Whoever wins this war becomes justice.
May I
Don
paraphrase?
Quixote, Doflamingo.
May I paraphrase?
Go ahead, Jay.
History is written by the victor.
Facts.
Basically.
Ladies, right now it is 3-2, and Killmonger's about to crip walk his ass right out this courtroom. Locks a floating, looking swagged out with all the British artifacts. Only you can either stop him or exonerate him.
Why did I think, Kurt, you was gonna say only you can stop forest fires?
It's the
Only
base.
you.
It's the
Stop
base. I
this
got
crazy niggas.
Damn. Reva said, might makes right, you misogynist.
Damn.
Maybe.
Not me too. You know what? All right. y'all.
Getting into all of it.
LJ Phoenix, guilty or not guilty?
He's not guilty.
Do you have a reasoning why?
Yeah, it literally goes because when I did a presentation on him at one of my panels or whatever, and I actually had to do research about his character, it's literally his upbringing. It is how he became who he is, and why he does what he does, and why he has his viewpoints. If he just like rolled out of bed and was like, woohoo, let's do this, like it may have been a little bit different, but that whole militant background and all that militant training and sniping and he was doing all kinds of special ops shit.
He's a tool of the government.
And so he's not guilty. Leave that man alone. And he won fair and square.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, okay, I did see the comment about burning. He didn't have to burn the flowers. I will say that part.
Yes.
He didn't have to burn them. But everything else, he was fine. He won. Fuck the
I feel like he said, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stay in power. Fuck y'all. I don't even, he said,
That's
fuck them
literally what it
flowers.
was.
I don't need them flowers to whip your ass. To me, that's more gangster. That's just me. Teffy, so far, the majority rules, but I do want to hear your opinion. Guilty or not guilty?
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Here we go.
What I am going to say is that I believe the ideology, his heart was in the right place. I don't have no problem with you destabilizing other governments and bringing liberation and equity, because honestly, that's what it would be, equity to persons of color.
I like that.
Because in places where we are systemically being held back, like destabilizing those systems would not necessarily be the worst thing to ever happen. Having said that, you're a villain because you are hurting your own people to do it without giving them the opportunity to see your point and to be on your side. I will never be on the side of people willing to hurt their own to achieve their end.
What did his own people do to him?
Two wrongs don't make a right. And the people and the person who did the thing, King T'Chaka, was dead.
He blew up.
Teffy Wonder, two wrongs
The
don't make
the person who actually hurt him was gone. He didn't even give T'Challa and the rest of them a chance to accept him, to actually welcome him home. And I 100% agree. A child excluded from the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. 1000%. However, if you go to the village and you just go in there and start torching shit without like ever giving them a chance, that makes you a fucking villain.
Teffy, you not going J me, nigga. You can get your little pompadour kicking back and forth all you fucking want. You said two wrongs don't make a right. By that logic, then he had no right to reciprocate violence back to the oppressor in the first place because they wronged first. But you were okay with the reciprocity of violence in the overthrowing and destabilization of the country. Then that same hold on, nigga. I'm not done. Let me cook.
No,
let me cook. Because I can say all the fancy big ass words and put some funny on it too, motherfucker. You goddamn it. Now listen here. And then don't then turn it around and say, oh, but you did it to your own people who attacked his father, who his father was actively working to do the same thing that Killmonger was. He was actively working for his people, just differently than the current regime because it wasn't working. At the end of the day, his own people tried to stop the revolution. So hold on, wait. I just want to ask you one question, Teffy. Is all skin folk kinfolk? Teffy is all skin folk.
That's not the argument that I'm making.
All skin folk.
That's not the argument I'm making.
You said
you'll never know if you don't give them
your own people. Just because they look like these don't make them my people.
From
You're
them
not going to overtalk me, motherfucker. All I do is run my mouth all goddamn day. I was married for 10 years. I know how to keep an argument going. I don't give a fuck about that competition. We can talk that shit all goddamn day. Because at the end of the day, just because you just look like me, just because you tan like me, just because you smell like shea butter like me, don't mean there ain't no Candace Owensons out here willing to burn this fucking shit down and stop the revolution. Never forget, the Black Party, Black Panther Party was brought down from within. From within. There are informants within the revolution that look like us.
His own government.
T'Challa's a bitch.
He
had to go there.
What needed to be done, Eric Killmonger was that nigga. They just wasn't ready for that kind of hard ass.
Folks, don't do it to us.
T'Challa just got the job.
Welcome to the Head Nurse in Charge, where meaning.
This is why you getting Rikishi butt in your face.
Is it safe to come back now?
Mommy, don't hit daddy.
I love you both. I love you both.
We ain't argued like that in a long time, boy.
It's been a couple weeks.
All I'm saying is T'Challa obviously is painted as a hero because he tried to use the path of least resistance. Killmonger wanted to do the hard, unimaginable thing, and people do not stomach war, casualties, blood, and innocents getting hurt well. But again, history has consistently shown that's how shit gets done. Listen, what did Ansi say? A Nazi from American Gods.
Anansi.
Oh,
What did he said? Violence, it gets shit done.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm just saying, if you don't love Killmonger, you don't love Nat Turner.
I'm just saying.
You don't love Killmonger, you don't love Malcolm X.
He kicked his cousin off a cliff. He didn't also have to burn
Fuck
the
that
flowers.
cousin. That nigga was soft anyway. Pussy ass nigga.
Bye.
Oh,
Actually,
pussy
he
asshole.
threw him off.
Yeah, he did. After whipping his ass fair and
This
square.
your king?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I mean, if anything, it just showed how ineffectual of a leader he would be because he didn't finish the job. You threw T'Challa off the thing and didn't even make sure he died. So would he actually have really been good for it in the long run? Sounds like he don't actually finish the job he set out to do, which is wild. Bye,
Well played, you motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Well played.
Dang, it was a good try, but no
Yeah. But regardless, because of majority vote and my niggas, not guilty. The HNIC Supreme Court Tribunal finds Eric Killmonger not only not guilty, but we will be adding resources from our treasure troves of stars. We only got like 14 stars this week, but we're going to be sending it to the revolution to help fund the change of regime in Wakanda. Look at Shaq putting the paper.
You could also use some anger management and some therapy. And
I am recommending 3 years of therapy, 4 years of anger management.
All I'm saying is if they hugged it out, we could have took over the world.
At every HBCU across the nation.
All right.
If they'd have hugged it out, we could have ruled the world, but it's fine.
So said I had to turn my TV down, nigga. We only got 2 more people left, and then we get the fuck out of here. And I promise you, these I'm saving the best for last. Honestly, I don't feel like this should even be a long debate.
Nah.
Anybody that votes against this man, I'm probably never inviting you back. I'm just gonna put that out there. My man Mags.
Look.
Magnus Erickson, aka Magneto. His crimes include extortion of the UN. He did kill his own son, Quicksilver, in House of M. He did form a terrorist group called the Brotherhood of Mutants. And he did activate Sentinels to attack the X-Men, a peacekeeping group. His further crimes also include terrorism, attempted genocide, vigilantism, mass murder, torture, conspiracy, mutilation, kidnapping, corruption, property damage, brainwashing, war crimes, that was a new one, vandalism, and jailbreak. I don't give a fuck about none of that. As far as I'm concerned,
nah.
Magneto was right. Been right.
Look.
I don't really feel like why we got it, but I'm gonna go to Shiv first. Shiv, Magneto, guilty or not guilty of villainy?
Listen, Kurt, I've been sharing the poster along with you on all my social medias. Hashtag Magneto was right. Not guilty.
Period. Jay, I am beyond interested to hear your viewpoint on this one.
he's out of line, but he's right.
Okay, all right. I like that. Go ahead, Jay.
I would say Magneto. Magneto is innocent because he was found innocent.
That was real slick, Jay. All right, Shaq.
I ain't want to do this, but this nigga got a file.
No, Magneto file is husky.
This shit. Hold on, let me get the lock on this motherfucker.
You know his file husky because of the way he took his jailhouse pick. Like, bitch, I've been here before.
Oh, this shit is locked. Hold on. This shit is. All right. I forgot the key from the office, but still, as you can see, this nigga done some shit. This is pretty hefty, but I do see this as a similar case that, in the case of villainy, not guilty, but guilty of high practice of extremism. Which
Very
I believe
extreme.
towards the end of this case, his sentences will be geared towards that.
Agreed.
I'm gonna get the key to open this to come back to me.
Taffy Wonder.
Why
Guilty
I
or
think
not
Shaq was
guilty
gonna
of
roll
villainy?
back in his chair off camera.
I'm really interested because you've been. I don't know. You've been. I
about?
pegged you. Them cookies been softened you to fuck up. I'm just saying. You were supposed to be my Angela Davis, and you starting to turn into Oprah. What the fuck going on?
Wow.
That's her.
That's her.
I wanted to be your Angela Davis. You never asked. That was your first mistake.
Giving you
her clap back, sir. I never asked to be your Angela Davis. Nigga Garvey. Villain or not?
So this is hard. Because for the greater good, I'm like, niggas is being actively persecuted. And like, Charles Xavier got like children fighting for him, like child soldiers. Like, this is fucking wild. Like, neither one of y'all are right. It seems like, having said that though, I'm like, I'm not finna keep letting you beat up on me. I mean, that nigga, he be mad, right? It make a lot of sense as an adult.
All right. You said he. So, do you agree? Guilty or not guilty? Damn, it's the deep breaths.
So history says that he's a villain, and until he wins, that's not going to change. Because
I asked for your opinion, not history's.
I mean, I'm never going to side with the U.S. government. It's whatever. Like,
he said it's up in his
he's
stuff.
right.
Yeah. All right, so he's right. All right, so not guilty. LJ Phoenix.
Oh, he's not guilty. Once I actually, now I'm not caught up because I just haven't had a chance to sit down and really watch.
Also, I'm
the
only on
recents.
episode 3. I'm only on episode 3 of X-Men, bro. Give me a break.
Yeah, but you did get to hear his UN.
That UN speech was.
That UN speech was what you needed to see for this.
Yes. Just screaming at the TV. Let him cook.
Exactly.
And just his backstory in general. Once you kind of started comparing him to Professor X, you were like, Professor X, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, but so
like, Charles,
anyway,
that's a fucking school. Like,
yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, when you got a combat jet at your preparatory school.
like, what are you actually preparing them for, sir?
Right. Like, you have a terrorism school. But anywho, Chris, talk to me. How do you feel about it? So far, it's not guilty. It's across the board.
I know I'm tired in the comics and the shows. Magneto, he taking losses. He always taking horrible losses, and I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. Fed up. And look, he's a Holocaust survivor. I'm not gonna prosecute a Holocaust survivor.
Legit Holocaust
There's no
survivor.
way. He's guilty. No, come on now.
He's a Holocaust survivor whose own people turned on him when they found out he was a mutant.
Look, hey, that's double. It's double. And they always do him dirty. And I'm just look, what did he say? Most other nations don't allow a terrorist to be their leader. Yet so
that was
many
a
allow
deep
their
quote.
leaders to be terrorists. I'm like that.
Bars.
Bars. On a political level. Bars.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Everybody's
definitely
basically
not guilty. Not
All right.
guilty.
Go ahead, Chris.
And I'm gonna say, and then just even Cyclops got tired of shit. He's like, look, even Cyclops was like,
I
I'm
better
tired
be
of
happy
shit.
we not like you.
Exactly.
Chauncey said Magneto is a Holocaust survivor, also with the things that he's been through, like Nazis killing his family, his wife and daughter, and also seeing his people, which are mutants, being killed in Genosha.
Trauma after trauma.
I'm a comic book buff. Obviously. Go ahead, Teffy.
So one thing, I'm not giving people like their trauma as like an excuse to do bad things. Like bad shit happens, it doesn't give you the right to lash out and hurt other people. What we should be basing it on is the effect that it have on the people around them, because like your trauma might give you a reason. Like the abuse that you suffered is not your fault. How you handle it and move on is your responsibility. So saying that people have trauma is not a good reason for them to do things.
Agreed.
Oh no, I agree. The way I see this though is like he's trying to prevent another Holocaust, but for mutants because he's already been through one.
Right, which is fine. I just don't want, because niggas love to be like, oh, I've been hurt before, which is the reason that they hurt other people. No, go to fucking therapy, get your life together. And
that.
like just and do better. Like if we're going to have this argument, we should be having it in a positive, more positive, less toxic way. That's all.
How about no?
Such an ass.
It's my
Give
turn.
me that fucking cake, bitch. Next time I'm coming to your house, I'm taking that.
Taking it. I know my cake make me feel real militant too. That's why I'm yelling and shit. But I'm
have to hide that shit the next time.
I'm definitely folding this up and like tucking it away somewhere. Everybody said what I already felt, but I just want to add to just the comic book knowledge of some of the shit that he's actually done. Magneto has gone up against Apocalypse. He has gone up against the Red Skull. He has gone up against Cyclops himself to stop Cyclops. Cyclops is infused with the Phoenix powers, extremism. Yeah. So let's keep it a buck. It's not like he's an irrational terrorist. He's actually, and a lot of people don't know this, he was falsely accused of JFK's assassination.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Most of the world deems him to be a terrorist because of that false accusation. Again, y'all have to remember, Magnus came up in an era when mutants were even being debated whether or not they existed, let alone the fact that he saw directly what they were doing to African Americans. That's how he formulated his opinion on how to act. He watched what the U.S. government was doing to black people during the civil rights movement. And when he went to be a part of JFK's administration, because he figured, hey, JFK is trying to give black people civil rights. When we as mutants emerge, maybe we'll get civil rights as well. He watched the president of the United States shot. What does that tell you about working within the system? So, one thing Teffy said was they are being actively persecuted. I don't care who you are. The U.S. Constitution says everybody is entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in every step of the way, that same system oppresses, subjugates, and incarcerates mutants. And I feel like I'm talking about black people while I'm saying this because it's very familiar to us. There is one of my favorite quotes, and I'm going to be using quotes throughout this entire fucking thing, is, thank God we only want equality and not revenge. But Magneto is the embodiment of fuck around and find out.
I want the smoke.
So Magnus formulated Asteroid M. Y'all attacked it. He formulated Genosha. Y'all attacked it. He formulated Krakoa. Y'all fucking attacked it. What this nigga supposed to do? What he's supposed to do? Keep taking ass whippings? I'm not sitting at no lunch. I'm sorry, I made that personal. He's not sitting at no more lunch tables. He's not taking no more fire hydrants. He's not dealing with no more dogs. That shit is real now. He recognizes he is at war. He tried to get Charles Xavier to understand. And guess what? Our founding fathers were terrorists to the British regime for wanting change and freedom from taxation without representation. How is he any different?
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say, thanks to his long flowing white locks, the fact that he's 80 years old and can still put the pipe to a very young and spry rogue. I mean, young is that's a young spry Southern belle, and he giving her the whole hard encapsulated pipe. You understand me? The fact that he birthed,
That nigga shooting powdered milk out of that thing.
but he's still shooting. He's still shooting. I'm Jay. I'm gonna let you. I got you now.
The shooter's got to shoot.
But the fact that this motherfucker gave birth to one of the most powerful mutants in the entire Marvel universe, she changed reality, and he went through hell and high water to change it back, just to clear his name of villainy, is enough for me to say Magneto is right. Fuck around and find out. Now that's a leader I can get behind. Jay?
Magneto very much follows a quote from Malcolm X, where the Bible says, if you are struck, turn the other cheek. And I say, if you are struck, let them know that it won't happen again. That is Magneto's entire philosophy.
I'm just saying, I forget who it was. They said, I'll turn the other cheek, but when I come back around, I'm gonna backhand the fuck out of you. So
turn the other cheek and I'll break your fucking chin.
Does anybody here subscribe to peaceful protest? Genuinely.
Depends.
I like, in theory.
I love the hesitation. I respect it. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. And I'm not saying that you have to go to the extremist violent form. But I'm asking you, the context of the question is, do you genuinely think peaceful protest works?
No.
I believe it can.
Okay. I got to believe it can. I got to know.
I'm 50-50.
The whole
honestly.
point of a protest is to be disruptive, though, right? Like, that's it, the whole point.
But you can be disruptive without violence.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, they do the chain shit and stop.
No, I'm just saying you got to disrupt something, though.
They do sit-ins and the French do it really well. They had niggas pull up and bulldozers and drop manure on like the Capitol building.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Like
that was kind of dope.
Like,
and I think to Teffy's point,
Americans just don't do it right.
It did for Gandhi. Gandhi's also racist and pedophile, but that's another conversation. I'm gonna say this. If we're going to talk about protests, you do more disrupting financial structures to enact change. And I joke, I play, and I don't want anybody to actually walk away from this and say violence is right. But if you really want to enact change, unify your dollars. Because trust and believe me, if every U.S. citizen that feels like they are not paid their value did not show up to work tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, within 72 hours, I promise you will see sweeping changes to every single solitary capitalistic structure that resides in this country. Because God forbid there's a unification of the true minorities, which is the not rich versus the rich. I truly believe that the real issue is the 1% versus the other 99.9% of us.
That classism.
Yes. The real reason that the Montgomery bus boycotts were successful is because the bus companies lost ass loads of fucking money from people not taking the bus. It wasn't because the black people wasn't there. It's because they were literally losing out on hundreds of dollars a day for the bus fare. Now, the downside to that was that it took a month to get the point across, but the people were unified. They had a plan and they stuck to it and did what needed to be done to see it through to the end.
The best thing is, I think the greatest example of protest and strength is unions. The way unions gain power is you control industry and capitalism. Shit don't move because the working man said, I'm not going to work.
That's why they be That's why they be busting up unions, and they've made them illegal in a lot of industries.
That's why the SAG-AFTRA worked.
Right. And unfortunately, it's all about unification. I don't want it because we're about to do our last person because that Magnus is not guilty. I'm just tell you that right now. By majority vote, Magnus is not guilty. But we joked about the racist differentials. We joked about violence versus peace. But really, if you want to enact real change, if you want to be a true revolutionist, and I can't believe his name jumped out of my head just that quick. Jesus and the Black Messiah. I mean, Judas.
Fred Hampton.
Thank you. Yeah. Fred Hampton's just said. Fred Hampton is probably my favorite of all the activists because he understood you need a coalition of marginalized people in every class to enact change. White, black, Hispanic, and different, gay, straight, doesn't fucking matter. If you want change, let's all get change together. And that's one of the reasons why he had to be killed. Not should be killed, not maybe we need to pull up. No, he had to be killed because he was unifying everyone, even the people who hated the color of his skin. Ain't that a fucking blip? Mm-hmm. Our final person of the evening, and probably the most controversial of all, I want to bring up a quick poll. On Instagram, we polled, who is your favorite person on our Mount Rushmore? And surprisingly, I thought he was going to win out.
Damn, Syndrome got
none. Nobody fucking
nobody fuck with that man.
But
Killmonger and Magneto. I mean, but you gotta understand, Killmonger and Magneto with a black audience. Let's keep it a buck.
It's fine.
But Taffy Wonder is fresh off of this, so we got fresh eyes on it. I got my man Shaq and Chris, anime fans, me, LJ, Shiv, and Jay. We know what's up. This is probably going to be the most interesting of the debates. Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager.
Wait, who did Eren?
A few people, actually. So the reason why Eren Yeager, in my opinion, is the most egregious on this list is hands down, this motherfucker killed more people than everybody on this list.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He when he didn't attempt mass genocide, he did that shit.
He became the definition of it.
So
he became more genocidal than Sabu.
Listen, let's read his
not your camera falling down.
Oh yeah. Fortunately, the joint's up, so I ain't got to worry about it. But mass murder, genocide, nigh omnicide. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I'm Googling it.
What is that?
Nigh omnicide, mass destruction.
Wait, y'all don't leave.
Omnicide, the destruction of all life or all human life as by nuclear war.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Say it again, Jay.
I don't even know how.
Omnicide, the destruction of all life or all human life as by nuclear war. Synonyms immediately below it: human extinction.
Wow.
Shit. Okay. Mass destruction, war crimes, terrorism, invasion, high treason, abuse of power, assault and battery, blackmail, usurpation, vigilantism, kidnapping, mutilation, jailbreak, insurrection, crimes against peace, animal cruelty, ecocide, identity fraud, parasite. The nigga got cannibalism on this motherfucker.
I mean, Titans eat people. Titans eat people.
I know.
Damn.
Psychological abuse, conspiracy, illegal entry, brainwashing, crimes against humanity, and brainwashing. He brainwashed so many niggas they had to say it twice. Eren Yeager has been a bad boy.
What the fuck happens in season 4? Jesus.
It goes down.
Right.
Yeah, it goes.
The rumbling.
Apparent the
What
fuck
happened.
leave.
Rumbling.
The rumbling is what happened. Oh my
Listen,
god!
that
Don't get
song,
me
that
fucking
song's like
started.
my second favorite.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my anime heads. I want to get y'all.
Don't
out
get me
there.
started because I was like, Sageyo.
See out here. This motherfucker committing nigh omnicide.
I'm thinking out.
If that ain't
Nigh
black people,
omnicide.
yo, if that ain't black people, the rumbling coming with the music playing. Rumbling.
Hey yo, the rumbling low key is like one of my workout songs. I be on the bench lifting.
Yeah.
Nah, that thing's hard.
It go hard.
It go.
That's on the workout track for real.
Mhm.
All right. Shaq, I gotta start with you. Anime aficionado. Shaq.
Not as extensive as Magneto, but we got some books on this nigga. We got some books.
Shaq, you gotta talk to me. Is he guilty of the crime of villainy?
When it boils down to it.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn my shit around and so you can see, you can look at this. Remember where you come from, nigga. Squat up.
When it
Squad up.
nigga, your squad is like 2 people. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, you was a squad for like half the first season. You was a community after season 2. You were gathering the niggas by season 3, and by season 2, you just next door neighbors. Don't fuck with that.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Shaq. Don't you say another fucking word real quick. I gotta play this video because of what you just said. Shit. I can't get to it fast enough. Motherfucker, where is it?
He's out of line, but he's right.
Sorry, Recon Corps Pride died quick.
Fuck Shaq. Is he guilty?
It didn't have to end that way.
Shaq, stop with the bullshit.
But that nigga's guilty. Like,
Whoa!
What?
my only thing is like, he didn't have to, but it was like, fuck it. This is the only choice. It's the only thing. It's the only option at this point. There are multiple people to blame for this.
How come he don't want me, man?
You take the rest of the 80% of these motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
Teffy Wonder, as the most recent person to watch the entire series.
Oh, okay. Like I didn't read it too.
Wow.
Damn, Shaq.
Okay.
Come on. You literally just fresh. It's still, you still got Titan blood on your fro. I can still smell burnt colossal Titan on you.
Spinal fluid, even.
Yeah, spinal. I can smell the fresh baked potatoes.
Oh no.
Oh, don't bring up
potato girl.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl.
Now you want to think about the potatoes. You want to think about Sasha's death and whether or not he's a villain. That's what you. Oh, now you want to think about it.
No, that particularly is fuck Gabby.
So
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So, it's fuck Gabby, but I say her fast because Gabby is a reflection of Aaron back in season 1, and it shows how the cycle of violence just continues on, and how punch in the throat.
You're not You're not talking not guilty-ish. Continue.
Come on, Teffy, talk it. Come on.
First of all, like I said, it's the cycle of violence. It's all these themes of like how you actually get out from under the wheel instead of continually being crushed under it or being on top and crushing other people. I actually agree with Shaq.
I believe Aaron was right. I will never. I 100% stand 10 toes down in that. I do think, because I said this previously with Killmonger, I do not believe you should be achieving your ends to the detriment of your own people. I think he should have extended, given an offer of refuge to the other Eldians who were out in other places, like especially in Marley. He should have let them leave that internment camp, come to Paradise, and then 100% rumble, young man, rumble. Bitch, play with your mama.
You heard all you want, nigga.
So we have two guilties.
No, I'm saying he's not guilty. I'm saying that, like, I'm saying he should have went about it differently, but ultimately he is not guilty. And I'm like, and he didn't really have another choice.
Oh, okay.
Being mad for no damn reason. Just like them got no.
I agree with Shaq up to the verdict, and because I definitely 100% believe it didn't have to be that way. However, given the circumstances, don't change. Like, when the entire world is hell-bent on seeing you as a devil, and that no matter what, whether you delayed it 50 years, 100 years, them people were still gonna fucking come for you. Like, and you were never really ever going to be safe. Just because you never would have seen another war in your lifetime, does not guarantee your safety. And yeah, people suck. And maybe the Eldians still would have fucked it up in the end, but the rest of them niggas was not gonna give y'all. You never really had a choice.
I have a rebut to all of that, but I want to get to everyone.
You just gonna scream about how
I'm not. Also, two things can be true at the same time. LJ Phoenix, Aaron Yeager.
Okay, so he was actually really, really cool. I agreed with him, and I think that he needed to go and crush all the mofos. And we talked about, like, the whole concept of a villain. Are you saving? Who are you saving? And for, like, what are you saving as far as the greater good is concerned? He wasn't just saving. Well, he really didn't have no family, but, like, he was saving his community. So, and like Tef said, they were gonna come for them at some point or another. This was gonna happen. It was just a matter of who was gonna start that rumbling. I mean, it was destined. Why were the damn things in the wall to begin with if they weren't gonna be used?
Why have nukes if we ain't gonna press the button?
They were going to be used at some point. Aaron just happened to be the one that realized that was actually his destiny. And he knew that he knew he had to be the Judas. Like, he basically was like, I got to pull the trigger. He is absolutely not guilty. Go on, Aaron.
I bet she say, go ahead, man. And this is what it all leads up to, Jay.
See, the second part is I'm still only in season 3. So
you give me your perspective from where you're at right now. And it's actually a good perspective to have because it reminds us of the idealism before the extremism.
Actually, oh my god, it doesn't, because so many things change in season 4.
I know.
Season 3, I don't even think I'm done with season 3. See, where I left off in season 3 is when he discovers that he can spoilers, that he was experimented on, and he takes the ability to control the Titans.
Oh, nigga, you early into the game.
Mid season 3, The fight inside the crystal cave.
All right, hold on. Jay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pause you there. I'm gonna ask you a different question. Not
Okay.
about villainy.
Okay.
Oh, bro, you gotta see.
You have
oh,
no
oh,
idea.
bro,
Yeah, no, apparently, like
talk about
he
shit
just
changing.
saved a bunch of lives in the last episode that I watched. So I
Already.
am very, very intrigued to see how fast this.
Soldiers.
Ooh.
So, Jay, then my question to you is, Aaron Yeager
Mm-hmm.
and where he is now,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe that was right at the end. I think the scout squad had just gotten murked, and he had just saved the last remaining few because he controlled the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
wiping them out completely.
Mm.
If he became a villain, would what you've seen so far excuse villainous behavior in the future?
See, there's certain context that he doesn't know at that point.
I
too.
know, that's why I'm asking him. I'm just asking from what he's seen so far. If Aaron was to do a complete 180 and be a villain, from what you've seen so far, you know about his trauma, you know about a lot of things. You don't know everything, but you know a lot of. I'm just asking you for the beginning part. Does his origin justify a change? Not justify, but at least give you understanding in why he changed.
Yes.
And why?
Because he sees a lot of horrible things. You're very much right. I know nothing. He sees a lot of horrible, awful atrocities. And I feel like him as a character, were he given a chance to change, we'll say change the outcome, change the world, he would take that opportunity.
This is actually deep to hear you say this and
Yeah.
know where you are. And
Yeah,
boy, when you finish this
he
shit,
would probably take the opportunity to change the scenario.
Okay. All right. Talk to me, Chris.
Okay. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Damn.
No.
Good movie.
I'm gonna have to add that clip. Yes, they deserve. You gotta yell it, Chris. You can't.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
There you go. You can
Okay.
yell in that fucking mic. Go ahead.
All
Turn
right.
turn the TV down, soul.
So, look, I Aaron knew his fate. He knew his fate. There was only one way that could go. It was gonna be genocide, one way or the other. I feel that way. Like it's either gonna be you, or it's gonna be them, and he chose them. And yeah, I mean, my man saw the future. He saw the future. He knew what was gonna happen. So I'm gonna say not guilty.
Shiv.
Free my boy Aaron Yeager. He ain't do nothing wrong. Not guilty.
Damn. He said wrap it up. He said wrap it up. I'm gonna leave it at this. Aaron Yeager, through the power of Ymir, becomes an omnipresent God. Period. He becomes God. Or at least God of that particular universe. Like my man Chris said, he saw the future. He has knowledge that no other fucking person on the earth or wherever the fuck they at knows. Not only does he know the future, he also knows the past, to a point where he was able to manipulate it to put him in position to take Ymir's power. With that being said, once you realize that this was always the way things had to go, there were no other options. There were no other options presented in that story. Yes, there was the illusion of choice, but that was by people who did not have the knowledge of how this shit was going to play out anyway. Everyone that tried to stop him had less knowledge than he did. Lest you forget, omnipresent intelligence, power, and existence. At the end of the day, he had the power of the Titans, and he wielded it as he chooses. And as he sat atop that mountain, he said, I smite thee, you trash ass paradisian niggas. If you
Marlians.
It was at Paradise, right?
No, but it's like the oppressors were the Marlians.
Marlians, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about where he lays that they hit Paradise first, right? I'm trying.
Paradise is where he's from. Paradise,
What he said, God damn it, you knew the fuck they were. Shit. What I'm trying to say is, thank you, Shaq. What I'm trying to say is, not only is he innocent, but if you think Aaron Yeager was wrong, and you serve a Christian God or Allah or any omnipresent being that talks about an Armageddon and a destruction of the righteous and the unrighteous, then you need to check your belief system. Because all omnipresent beings dictate who gets to live and die. And just because you deem it unjust, you don't have all the information that those omnipresent beings have. Whether you believe in it, not believe in it, what have you. Plus, Aaron Yeager did really good with keto and got an 8-pack. And that shit alone was immaculate. And he that motherfucker killed children. I'm talking about they did an entire episode about children dying. And it was no fucking given.
The anime had the audacity, they also had in the manga, to sit and talk with these little kids. Aaron was face to face with these kids, little kids, like, is it gonna be okay? He looks at them like,
yep,
it's gonna be okay. Knowing you the nigga about to step on these niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, the coolest moment of the series for me was the part where, like, he gets the power and he's like, hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Attention, all Eldians. My name is Aaron Yeager. I'm about to step on these niggas.
And then all you hear is rumbling. It's coming, rumbling. Yo, listen, it's bad when your own people like, we got to stop this thing. Wait a minute, hold on.
You got every Eldian in different areas like, hey, you heard that? You heard this nigga?
No,
hey,
I noticed the black guy was like, oh, wait, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. Nigga, what about my people? He was like, well, you here. You win. You get to spread Joe, but you eat. This is it. You go get some Eldian pussy tonight because you ain't going home. It's over for them niggas. Period. And this is how it ended. Had they allowed Aaron to Jay, cover your ears. Had they allowed Aaron had they allowed Aaron the opportunity to finish his mission, that peace would have lasted with conflict against their current oppressors because they would not exist any further. Now, would the Eldians might have called it, civil war, internal strife? Cool, whatever. But the current oppressor that was the problem wouldn't even exist. And total annihilation is the only way that you ensure that nobody comes back for revenge. How did the Greeks used to do it? They didn't just kill him. They killed the son and the bloodline, so nobody comes back. I forget who it is. I believe it's in Harley Quinn. And Wanda Sykes is the voice of the character. She said, kill the motherfucking bloodline.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it. All right, Jay, you good. Not guilty. Does anybody else disagree or forever hold your peace as we exonerate probably the most genocidal fucking character in all of cartoon history? Cool. Welcome to Head Nurse in Charge. Y'all already see what energy we on. Fuck shit up. Let's go. That was all I needed was them colossal titans to start crit walking. That was the only thing that was missing for me. I just would have loved for them hold up. Hey, to the
Half of
niggas
them
that
could
we
barely
fucking
like walk
on.
down the hill straight.
Yeah.
That's how they run it.
He's like,
No, so okay, real talk. When the fucking every time the Titans came on the screen in the earlier seasons, I lost my shit because I was like, this has to be like, to me, Attack on Titan is a horror anime. This
Yeah.
is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
But for like monster design, unserious as the fuck. Like, look, I'm not kidding. Like, there's Titans that were like running like this. No, like put me
Do the
back
run.
up.
Do the run.
Do the run.
Put her up.
Put me
Put
back
her
up.
up.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Full
Hold on.
screen.
Do the run. Do the run.
There was Titans that were like. What are y'all talking about? Unserious as shit. Right? Like what is fucking fucking what is this?
With no,
Frolicking.
with no
I don't
genitalia.
ever want to hear anything bad about Naruto runs again.
No.
That part, Jay.
Oh my
That
No,
part.
for real.
No, my favorite one is the motherfuckers that be lounging. Like they would turn the corner and Titan be like,
Yeah.
Wait.
The dumbest fucking look on their faces.
and then that
No.
You looking mighty tasty.
yeah, that nigga looking like,
Mm.
oh, you come rotisserie.
The fucking no, when they go out to the forest, like outside the wall for the first time, that one that fucking scuttled on the ground like this,
Yeah.
I almost fell out of my fucking couch. I was screaming laughing because it was just so stupid. It was so stupid.
Steph, if you want to see something horrible than that, when Attack on Titan first started, Japan released a Honda commercial where they collaborated with Attack on Titan, and you just think it's a. I promise, if you see it, it's so fucking weird and scary. You think it's a regular Honda commercial with the cars driving on the highway, and then boom, Titan right there on the highway trying to grab it, and the cars are swerving, and then more Titans are showing up, and then Honda Civic.
Oh,
You found it, Kurt?
this is what I'm talking about.
You know, Shaq, you already know.
Let's go. That's just weird.
You know.
Unhinged. Like
these Attack on Titan collaboration commercials were all scary as shit. That one specifically had me.
Gentlemen,
oh my god.
it's Subaru.
Oh, Subaru.
Oh, yeah, well, it was Subaru.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Subaru. One of them things.
Subaru Confidence in Motion ウォールマリア内地山岳地帯フォレスターは
Nice commercial, right? That car
I see this shit.
Stop it. It's your fucking bad built ass body. What the fuck?
And then out of fucking nowhere.
Oh,
進撃全方位 SUV フォレスター
or is that the armored titan?
That's
Yo.
colossal.
Titans
That
are
was a colossal
literally
Titan.
every woman that turned me down in high school is built like a Titan.
No.
When the female titan showed up, I was trying to oh, that bitch don't have no nipples.
She ain't got no nipple.
Listen, I love y'all. We exonerated Aaron Yeager. So fucked up.
Really?
Magneto.
Jamal, your ass should have been on the panel if you want to talk your shit.
Yeah, Eric Killmonger. But we convicted Central.
Nah, he guilty. He guilty.
Yeah, he guilty.
We also exonerated Maleficent because Teffy wasn't having it.
At all.
Medusa exonerated.
Rightfully so.
Clyde actually got did we say he was guilty or no? I think we exonerated.
He was guilty.
Yeah.
Damn.
Guilty.
Clyde went to jail. Shit, I gotta put some money on his book.
That nigga went, if he skated through, it was by the hair on his
No,
balls.
he definitely got guilty. He got a guilty verdict.
He was guilty.
He got a guilty verdict. Osmandius definitely got a guilty verdict because just for being a dumbass. And Ursula, surprisingly, is now still operating, giving out 360 deals to teenagers. And no Diddy.
Take that.
Frankfurt, baby.
We get up out of here. Whether you agree or disagree with our list, obviously everybody has their feelings. All I say is, please, if you have an issue with me, try peace first, because I'm a violent motherfucker. And if you want to enact change in this earth, be a revolutionist. Being a revolutionist does not mean you have to be violent, but it absolutely means you got to get shit done. So with that being said, as we get ready to wrap up the fuck out of here, I want to make sure all these dope creators get a chance to tell you where to follow and support them. First and foremost, since we just popped this first show, Cherry Chris, thank you for joining us today. Where can everybody follow and support you? Check you out, and you got to come back.
Yo, I definitely want to be back. Thank y'all for having me. You can follow me at Cosplays by Shinobi on Instagram and on Twitter, and YouTube. I'm at Chris Carthern.
My man, 50 grand. As always, Shiv, tell them.
For democracy and liberations. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Black Chivalrous Nerd. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram and TikTok at Black Chivalrous Nerd on all platforms, y'all. And I will be getting back to the content real soon, y'all.
I love it. Come on, talk to me. Shaq Deezy.
Appreciate y'all. Once again, your favorite anime alcoholic, aka the alcoholic Hashira, because I don't go to AA meetings. You can find me at Sir Shaq Lee on all social media platforms except for TikTok, because I ain't got time for that shit. So how unfortunate for you. My Instagram is private, my Twitter is public. Drink safe out there.
Gang gang. Of course, the loveliest of phoenixes.
I'm LJ Phoenix. You can follow me or find me, but I don't really do nothing, nor do I create anything. But I keep forgetting to tell y'all, I actually do have a eBay page. It's Phoenix's Moods and Attitudes, and I sell all kinds of like pops and collectibles and random ass shit.
We love random shit and pops.
So yeah.
I love it. Come on, Jay. Pull up.
Once again, I am Jay Kirby, host of the Curbside Podcast and Dice Hard with a Vengeance, dropping a huge interview Friday with the voice actors who voiced Teen and Kid Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. I've got more interviews on the way, and Dice Hard just streamed this past Saturday, so we will be streaming not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Curbside Podcast, and Dice Hard with a Vengeance.
I love it. Teffy wanted to take us home.
What's up, guys? Thank you again so much for everybody who tuned in for my mental breakdown. That was me snorting Attack on Titan in a week. So thank y'all again for showing up for madness. If you want to follow me, you can follow me over on my Instagram and my TikTok. I post all my shit goes to my TikTok first, then to my Instagram, because those where I'm the most active. You can also follow my Twitter. I'm trying. Anyway, don't send me personal friend requests. I love y'all. I do, but like honestly, that's my person. I don't know you.
Hey, let's rumble.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Once again, it's your boy King Kurt live. And before we get out of here, I just want to say thank you to this amazing panel of dope black creatives. We will be back next Wednesday with more dope ass shit to talk about. Never forget, gang, all in the street, and another person who should not be vilified for the shit he did. Negan was innocent.
Oh,
wow, that's
a hill. Negan, I'll die on that hill. Negan was it. I got Lucille on the fucking wall. Negan,
Itachi was innocent.
His camp was attacked. I'm just. What did he? You know what? We'll have to do a round 2 of this.
Justice for Glenn.
Glenn should have minded his fucking business. Oh, you know what? See, it's the end of the show.
Talking about?
No, you know why? You know what should have happened to Glenn? You want to know what should have happened to Glenn? The same thing that happened to Glenn in Invincible. Folks, that's HNIC. We will see you again next week. And please don't cancel us, bro. Fuck out of here.